Do you feel categorized, do you feel like a dumb blonde?
You invite me onto your show.
What was that?
You asked me, this is probably the 5th inappropriate question I've heard from you. So I think our time is done.
Really quick, guys, before we get into the episode, I know y'all are itching to hear from Miss Texas, and so was I. I was honestly pretty nervous. Now comes the time where I ask you to like and subscribe. I know how it sounds, but really it would show a lot of support and mean a bunch. Thank you so much for tuning in, and let's get to our guest, Miss Texas. Here we go. I know people at home are curious about Miss Texas, how all that happened, but where does your story start? How did you get into all this? Where are you from? Give me the nitty gritty.
Okay, so fun fact. I don't tell people this often, but I was actually born in California.
Okay.
So, I was born in California. I moved here, and then National All-American Miss actually reaches out to people, and they sent me a letter in the mail, asking me to attend one of their open calls.
Okay.
So the open call, you go, you show up, you dress your best, you do a 10-second interview with somebody, you walk around on stage, do all that kind of stuff, get all this information and stuff, and that's basically it. And they decide that if they decide if you're gonna be a finalist or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're a finalist, they throw you into the state pageant. You do one little rehearsal thing where they show you the walking pattern,
mm-hmm.
and then the rest is up to you.
Wow. So
yeah.
It's not they just kind of throw you in there.
Yeah, it's you figure out coaching, you figure out your dress. They give you all of the materials and information and resources to do everything,
mm-hmm.
but it's all you. It's all
Uh-huh.
what are you going to do with it? So it's really cool.
Was it something you always wanted to get into, or was it kind of
Honestly, I never not to discredit myself, but I never looked at myself as being oh, I want to do pageants.
Mm-hmm.
I love pageants.
Which is, looking at you is very surprising.
Yeah, well, that I was told a lot oh, maybe try it out, see how you like it, but the whole competing with other people, you know what I mean? I didn't understand what pageantry is now.
Mm-hmm.
Pageants now aren't all swimsuits and
yeah.
model. We actually do what's called it's breaking pageant stereotypes. So National American Miss equips girls for public speaking skills and everything like that. So it's really cool.
It sounds like a great opportunity. It just
it's really fun. You meet so many cool people.
The one thing I did see was your I had it written down. Jesus Christ. Reclaiming Lives.
Yes.
I saw that. What's up with that? What's that about?
Okay, so I just started that. I really haven't gotten to do much with it yet. But so it's basically a platform talking about trying to think of a good way to explain it. Just breaking the stigma behind addiction and everything that, and just kind of shedding light onto it. My goal is I want to really want to go talk at a Red Ribbon Week at a high school or something like that in Weatherford.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, so really just talking about substance abuse, providing resources and support and
mm-hmm.
everything like that, because that's so much more common than people think it is, especially in people
mm-hmm.
our age.
Oh yeah, 100%. And
yeah.
you'll never know, because so many people nowadays are functional, even nicotine or caffeine addicts. It gets down to.
Don't look at my Red Bull.
I told you I should have got a Ghost.
Yeah.
But I would have been Well, wow. So California, when did you move out here?
Probably 8 years ago, on and off. I lived in California, lived in Texas, lived in California, lived in Texas. So I was kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
But this is where I obviously everybody from California is gonna be Texas is my home, but this is where I consider to be
okay.
my place of residence. I have some really good people back in California though that I haven't seen in a while, but definitely Texas is
mm-hmm.
my home.
Well, yeah, duh. I mean, Texas versus California.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, no, all shade.
Feel free to, move. I paid $21.99.
I'm dead. These are cool, though.
Thank you. I was worried, with the table being kind of old. These are just regular-ass tables. And so we painted them, and then I felt whenever I was cranking it down, it was starting to break.
Yeah. Oh, no.
That's the last thing I knew. Well, okay. This is literally I've never had a stranger on before, so this is.
Well, don't consider me a stranger. We'll be BFFs by the end of this. Okay.
Yeah, of course. July 19th, you wake up as Miss Texas. How does that feel?
Oh, I literally kept telling my mom, I was like, oh my God. Oh my gosh. Like, okay, I'm going to be honest. I definitely did not think for a second that, like, and again, not to self-doubt myself, but, like, I did not think I was going to, like, take home my crown, like, at all. Like,
By the way, for the people watching, we didn't even address it yet.
Hello, she's very
It's over here ka-chowing me up.
Yeah,
like
she's...
the queen.
But, yeah, no, I definitely, like, not that I, like, had doubt, but, like, I definitely felt confident, but I was like, there's, like, no way. Like, these girls are killer competition. Like, there was, like, 3 or 4 girls who I was like, no, she's got it in the bag. And basically what they do, they call, like, they do, like, a big finale, everything like that. We do, like, a dance number, and then they call, like, awards for, like, some other competitions we do. And then they call, like, 11 finalists out of the already state finalists.
Okay.
So they, you know, they call your name, they bring you a rose, all that stuff. You walk off stage. Everybody else gets off stage. They bring the 11 girls on stage. And then they pick 5, or I think it was 4 finalists. So it's like 4th runner-up, 3rd runner-up, 2nd runner-up, and then 1st runner-up. And then, so they called all the runner-ups, and there was still, like, a few of us on stage. And
First runner-up?
Yeah.
So
that's like second place.
They make it sound really good.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
First runner-up? That was like, okay.
Yeah, but everybody else, like, one by one, like, the girls who I kept thinking were going to, like, take the crown, like, kept going 3rd runner-up, 2nd runner-up. I was like, holy fuck. Like, this is crazy. And then there was, like I said, a few other girls on stage. And they were like, you're a National American Miss. And they said my name. I was like, I'm going to pass out.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass out.
Wow. What a moment that was. Like,
Yeah.
So did you go into it, like, pulling for it? Or were you like, I'm happy with what I get?
Oh,
like,
heck no. I was definitely giving it my all. That's the thing about, like, pageantry is, like, I've definitely realized, like, if you don't go into it, like, believe, like I said, like, obviously I had my doubts, like, shit, like, she's a lot prettier than me, her speech was better than me, stuff like that, like, oh, she's good competition. But, like, if you don't go into it, like, no, I'm here to compete, I'm here to win, like, there's no point. Like, why are you going to spend that much money on a dress if you're not going to be like, no, this is my crown.
Yeah. Was it like kill or be killed in there? Or other girls have that mentality, or are they kind of like...
Not at all. That's the thing about this pageant system is, like, all of the girls are, like, obviously there's competition, like, we're girls, like, we're like,
yeah,
but no, like, we all were, like, really supportive of each other, made some of, like, my closest friends there, like, and everything like that. I mean, there were definitely some girls where I was like, I would literally never associate with you outside of here just because your attitude sucks.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was like, you know.
Well, when you so you're Miss Texas for a whole year?
Yeah.
So what's the trade-off like? Do you have a good relationship with the previous?
So my previous, I'm what's called, like, a successor, right? So, like, the last queen gave off the crown to her successor. So her name's Dixie. She's really sweet. I don't know her too well. She had definitely helped me, like, during, like, the week and stuff that we were, like, down there in Dallas and stuff. We keep in touch here and there, but I mean, we don't unfortunately really get that much of an opportunity to, like, interact with, like, I mean, like, we do, but, like, I don't really know how to explain it. So, like, same time next year in July, when the state pageant comes around, I'll go and like, whoever wins that pageant, I'll pass off my crown to her. So we have nationals in Florida in November, and that's, like, instead of me competing with other girls in Texas, I'll compete with girls from, like, Missouri, California, everything like that.
And that's for Miss America?
That's just the national title, and then it, like, escalates from there. So, like, it's like preliminary, and then, like, you just kind of, like, go up.
So there's, like, a whole bracket system. Like, it's complicated.
It hurts my brain.
Wow.
Really bad.
So July 19th you wake up. July 18th you wake up. It's pageant day. Walk me through, if you would, the whole, like, what's the whole day like? The planning, preparation, because I'm sure it's a weeks out in advance.
Yeah, so it's actually, like, the state pageant's actually, like, a week long thing. Like, it was so tiring. But it was like, you know, we check in on Friday, you have kickoff, and then we have, like, optional competitions. Like, I competed in spokesmodel, and these optional competitions actually have no weight on your like, final score for, like, the whole pageant and stuff, which is nice. But that last day we had gone through the rehearsals for the finale. We had learned the dance like that we do, everything like that. Now it's literally just like you show up in your formal gown. Okay, backtrack. That morning we had a rehearsal. We had like a 3-hour break. I like knocked clean out. I was like, I'm exhausted. And then we go on. We have this like finale number. We do a dance. We come off. You like rush into your formal gown. They give you this like t-shirt that you wear like during the opening number. And I had this like fake ponytail in like for my outfit and everything. I got off stage and I just like ripped my shirt in half.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not messing up my freaking hair, man. Yeah, so I ripped my shirt in half and like threw it, and we're all like rushing to get ready and everything. And then you basically line back up and they will call your name one by one. You like, you walk across the stage again. And by this point, we've already gone through like interviews with the judges, personal introduction. So like the judges have already made their decision. So like the day before we did personal introduction and interviews. So like I would be sitting one-on-one with the judge for like 30 seconds to a minute. Okay. And then they flip you and they ask you all these questions. So this is nothing to you.
Like, I mean, imagine being at like, what was that? Like the nerves, like, are they asking specific questions? Yes. Oh gosh.
They ask you, like, it's nerve-wracking because yeah.
What was your opinion on climate change?
Yeah. Hell no, bro. Count me out.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, like it's nerve-wracking because you know that like you're being scored and like they're literally like sitting there looking at you like this.
Like judge.
Yeah, they're like literally judging you. Like that's what it is.
Wow.
Yeah, and like you have to like think on your feet and not ramble and like answer the and it's like
yeah.
And sometimes like the timer would go off and you would be like mid-sentence and you'd be like, okay, bye.
Oh wow,
next
they just
judge.
shut it off.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, they already made their decision and you do that finale number and they, it's like a 2-hour long thing and then they call the finalists, they do the queen, and then it's like, boom. It was literally over like that. Like as soon as I got my crown, like it was like, okay, go here. We need to talk to these people, get your check, sign your papers. You need to take pictures here. And then I need to take, and then it was like, everybody was just gone.
You got paid?
Yeah, you did.
Whoa. I'm so like, that's most of the reason. Well, you're Miss Texas. I mean, that's crazy. But I'm so interested in this side of, obviously there's money. I mean, look at the money you're throwing around just on getting ready.
Yeah,
so obviously there's a prize or a winning thing.
Yeah. I mean, it is pretty crazy. Like the money that gets in. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I did my own makeup for the state pageant because I got pricing for makeup and it was like $1,500.
Oh my
National
God.
pricing, it was like $3,800, $4,200. I was like, hell no.
What are they using?
I don't know.
Not Morphe.
They better be like live face tuning my face or something.
Yeah, like a continuous AI to make you.
No, never. No. That's like 3 months rent.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, that shows your talent. I mean, because it was the pictures of you in the blue dress winning, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you looked amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Was it nerve-wracking? Okay, so that wasn't the first time you've walked on a stage.
No.
What was the first time you walked on a stage? What was that like?
For that first week, like, I believe we had... I don't know if it was formals first. My first time I got on stage in front of everybody was when I did spokesmodel for that week. Mm-hmm. And honestly, that was like you give a 1-30 speech about anything that you're passionate about. It can be literally anything. And I did my speech on, it was called The Social Dilemma. I don't know if you've seen the documentary on Netflix, actually really good. But it basically talks about like the adverse effects of social media on like modern day, right? The
continuous dopamine in your face.
Yeah. So I talked about that. I was nervous because I didn't want to stumble my speech and like it had to be 1-30. But like public speaking wise, I'm pretty confident. Mm-hmm. So I wasn't too worried. But then after that, we had formal. And that's like when you see the pictures of me in my gown. And I tripped like 4 times on stage. And apparently nobody noticed.
Yeah.
No, I got on stage and I was like, okay, tripped. Okay, now I'm nervous.
Because when you're on a stage, you're like, they definitely saw that.
Yeah, so like I said, I tripped like 4 times. And then I was like, I'm not going to win. I freaking failed. But...
Well, you didn't. You actually won the whole freaking thing.
I know. Thank God.
Is it still a weird sentence to say that to people?
Yeah, for the most part, like, I try, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, sometimes I, like, will see my crown and I'm like, oh, that's mine.
Just that sentence
That's
out
crazy.
loud. Sometimes I see my crown, I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, like, that's awesome. That's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So, before we get it, I got some more. Would you mind showing off the
Yeah, totally. Okay,
the
so
sash and the crown?
okay, so my sash is like my favorite. She might be a little folded because normally I get the chance to steam her. So this is her. So she's
oh my
cool.
goodness.
Yeah, so it has the National American Miss thing at the top, the logo, and then it has me, and then I'm fixing to send it off and get it embroidered with my name on it.
Oh,
So there's that. So I like wear that for like any sort of
may I hold it?
yeah, totally.
Very carefully. Wow.
Yeah, super cool.
Oh my goodness. This is so
Isn't it cool?
neat. Like
it cool?
real like from
I
person to
know.
person, I know that you're a stranger, but this is so cool.
I know, right?
And the bedazzle. Wow, and so you're gonna get your name like right here?
It'll be on the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, super cool.
Do they give it a new one every year? Does she have a name on hers?
I'll get to keep that one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I'll get to keep my crown. We just pass off. We like pass off another crown to the next girl.
Uh-huh. Oh wow.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you so much. That is insane.
I know, super exciting. Sometimes I told you like it still like stumbles me. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And then my crown. This is fun fact. I actually dropped her 3 times on stage right after I got my crown.
Oh,
They
no.
stuck it on my head and it fell off my head like 3 times because it's huge.
Yeah.
It's gigantic. So, I mean, it's really
And of course your hair was all done up, you know, and they're sticking those spiky, you know, to get
things
it to
on
stay.
the side of your head. She's so pretty.
Oh my goodness.
I know, you can hold her if you want to. Just be careful.
Yeah, 100%. No, for real. I don't even know what to say.
I know, so cool, right?
Do you, so of course with the Barbie movie and all that stuff
Oh, God.
coming out, is it a love-hate relationship with those comparisons or all love?
What do
Because
you
I saw
mean?
your post about how, well, you know, like, there was a lot, I think there was a lot of controversy. I haven't seen it yet. I feel
haven't
bad.
seen it
I should,
yet.
we got to cut that out. But there was a lot of controversy with it, so I didn't know, oh my God. I didn't know if, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking, I don't know. There was just, like, apparently it was sexist and all this stuff,
Okay,
blah, blah, blah.
I could definitely give you my opinion on the Barbie movie. I think what they tried to do and did with the Barbie movie was good. But here's the thing, and I don't mean to sound like,
No,
but
you're
like
good.
if you're not a girl in my age group, it's just not gonna like mean anything. You know what I mean? Because like it talks about, you know, what our generation believes women should be and blah, 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 and all that. And I could go on about that for hours. But it's like I said, if you're not a girl my age or in my age group, like Barbie's like, the message behind Barbie is going to go in one ear out the other.
Right.
I mean, I think what they did from what I've seen with the movie was like, I mean, pretty well done. Love Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling's my man.
I'm just Ken.
I'm just Ken.
I love that song. You know, he got in the Billboard Hot 100.
Did he really?
Yeah, with that song.
I
It was
love
his
him.
first like hit or whatever. But so I noticed the tattoos. First, I'd like a tour. Second, I have a question. So,
Okay.
what kind of ink you got?
Okay, so I have one on my back.
Please.
And then I have my horseshoe. My horseshoe's like my favorite. Just,
Okay.
you know, it's representing Texas and like I used to do ranch work for a really long time. So like everything that means to me, yeah, super cool.
Okay.
And then I got a Thunderbird. This unfortunately has no meaning. I
Okay.
just liked how it looked.
Thunderbird. I like
Yes.
that.
And then I got the like the blue. They're like the blue bonnet sprouts. It's like a family of the blue bonnets or something. That's what this one is. My butterfly. I actually got this when I was 17 during lockdown, and I like got it in a very sketchy place, but it turned out really good.
Yeah.
And then this one, I'm actually fixing to get covered up, but this one was for me and my mom because I used to do that to her when I was little. And then I got this one, which is from Zach Bryan's Fear and Fridays. And it says, I've ridden the fear, although I was afraid every single time.
Did that hurt?
Like a mother trucker. Yeah, it hurt so bad.
That's the one I was like, yeah, that one probably hurt. Which
Yeah.
one hurt the worst? Probably.
Honestly, my back hurt pretty bad. I just had like a quote down my spine.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Oh no, I was in North Carolina. Like my little like 8-year-old cousin was like in the tattoo shop with us, and I'm like laying there and I'm like trying so hard not to force. I'm like, oh my god.
They didn't give you any numbing stuff?
Hell no. I'm not gonna get a tattoo with numbing cream. That's lame.
Yeah.
I like the feeling of a tattoo, but my back was like, no.
Whoa. You like the feeling of a tattoo?
Yeah, it's like addicting. Do you not have tattoos?
I do.
Yeah. Tattoos are like addicting.
But I
for
didn't
me.
get addicted to it.
Oh. Well.
To me, it felt like, because I have a cat. I also I just had a baby horse. We'll get to all that.
I saw that on your Instagram story.
Oh, you did? And then we'll get back to all that.
Yeah.
What was I just saying?
Tattoos. Feelings.
Tattoos.
Yeah.
It feels like I have a cat, yeah.
A cat scratch.
And it feels like she's making biscuits. That's what it felt like.
Really?
Whenever I got it. It's like, because I'm used to her like clawing me,
on you. Yeah.
And I kind of like that in the weird way.
No, see, I get what you mean though. But
Yeah.
But, like the tattoo feeling, like I don't know, I like it because like I like getting tattoos, but I have to chill out with the pageant and stuff. But like, yeah, no, I love me a good tattoo. I'm always down for a tattoo.
So is that Aztec?
This one,
Thunderbird?
the Thunderbird. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have no meaning behind it, but I liked it. I like this one a lot.
I like it.
Thank you.
Speaking of the pageants, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, is it so?
Yeah.
So you said they already made up their mind going in. So it's not like a point system.
Yeah. So they score you throughout the week.
Okay.
So like they will like score your personal intro. They'll score your, your interview with the judges, and then they'll score your formal, and then they come up with a score behind all of that, and then decide who's the winner based off the scoring.
Okay.
So,
and those didn't affect?
Oh, I covered them up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I covered them literally every single day. It took me like an hour and a half. I would like color correct, and then I'd use like concealer and powder and foundation and then bronzer, so that it just like, I had so many people. Like I had one girl that I told, and I was like, can you tell like I have makeup on my arm? She was like, what?
Okay.
I was like, okay, we're good. Yeah. So like I tried not to like, talk about it or anything, or like show it, just because like it can be considered like distracting and like, kind of looked down upon. I had this good friend who I love her to death. She's actually got a really like cool neck tattoo, and she was in the pageant and she covered that up completely. Yeah, you would have never known. So.
Cause they like, your parents are always like, with a job and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, wow, because you're really, as much as like the stigma, you are the product, you are the model, you are the thing being shown.
Yeah.
So it's like, same thing with bodybuilders, right? If they get tattoos over their muscles,
that makes sense.
They don't look as good, right?
Yeah.
You can't see so I wonder if and that seems like a strict thing that they would, like, pageants are strict on the rules. Like, at least that's what I would assume.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's pageantry. Like, there's this ideal picture of, like, this is what you should look like, because that's not at all what, like, it's intended to sound like. But it's like, you should look wholesome for the most part. And, all these judges come from, like, different walks of life, and they explain that very clearly. Like, if you have piercings and tattoos, like, that could definitely sway the judge's opinion on you, because, like, at the end of the day, like, we're role models for, like, the younger girls. And I'm sure there are some parents who are like, no.
Even if you don't want to be. Like, I hear celebrities all the time, I don't want to be a role model. I don't want to. But you're in that position. So there's a level of realizing that, hey, I do have, in their case, millions of followers. I don't want to be like Doja Cat. She's like turned on her people.
Heck no, yeah.
And it's like, oh, I hate them. They're all stupid for listening to my music. It's like, you wouldn't be who you are without them.
Those people. Yeah, exactly.
So that always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, oh, I don't have to be a role model. It's kind of like surrendering your responsibility.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to take care of myself. I don't have to
it's stupid.
be a leader. And there's people out there that should be in, the millions of follower conversation, and they're not.
Yeah.
That kind of leads into my next question. Like, how do you feel about, as Miss Texas, the culture or the life of modeling and pageantry now?
I believe So like I said earlier, National American Miss is what's called positive pageantry.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not, there are some pageant systems where, it's focused on, your looks and everything like that. And, that is a lot of pageantry and swimsuit and stuff like that. But like I said, pageantry now has turned into so much more than just like, you're pretty. You know what I mean? Like it's how you present yourself. Can you command the stage? Like your poise, like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? It's like an overall picture and stuff like that. I think pageantry 20 years ago is completely different than pageantry now.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why, you take systems like, United National Miss, that's another pageant system. And, they're a lot different of a program, but again, they focus on like your platform, like how I talked about reclaiming lives and stuff like that. Like, it's just so different now. Like, it's not all about how skinny you are and how blonde your hair is and stuff like that. Like, I mean, it's that's why it's called positive pageantry. It's
Right.
blown up a lot. So,
because, I mean, just the way you're holding yourself and the way you speak, like, it's not the dumb, blonde, pretty, like, just get up and say, save the kids. You know what?
yeah,
Like, there's
world
actual,
peace.
there's a stigma, there's, like, because at least whenever I was growing up, that was kind of like the thing, you know what I'm saying? And just like you said, things have changed.
Yeah, seriously.
And it's like you're really giving intellectual speeches about social dilemma. Like,
Yeah.
that's not the picture that was painted by, like, when. what am I
No,
trying to say? You
no,
know
I
what
totally
mean?
get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean. And, like, that's the thing about it, too, is, like, when I first told my old place of work, like, this is what I'm going to be doing, I had some people that would be like, oh, haha, like, world peace. I'm like, it's not about that. Like, that's why you have a platform. Like, I'm starting Reclaiming Lives and stuff like that. Like, it's about what message and, like, how can you impact the people around you with, like, the aid of the crown. Because, like, yeah, people are going to listen to you more because you have a crown and a sash. Like, that's just how it works. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, why not do something good with it and figure it out? Help other girls, like, stuff like that. So
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be foolish for you to not take advantage of it. You know what I'm
Totally.
saying? Like, you got this shiny and whatever, and the Instagrams are connected. How does that work?
okay, so they give you, I have my Instagram, my personal, and then they, like, you take over, like, the North Texas Instagram, like, for your reign.
Okay.
So, like, that's where, like, I have connection to, like, all the other queens, and, like, other girls follow me, and it's like that's our North Texas Instagram page. So yeah, you just, like, take over their Instagram for a little bit.
Because that's the kind of the end goal, not really end goal, but I want to help give back. I've said that,
Yeah, do
kind
it.
of on the same wavelengths of the hometown I grew up in was, like, small, not a lot of funding, blah, 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 and I feel like I could go in there and energize it.
Yeah,
But
totally.
it's like, I kind of told the line of, I want people to watch, and they're just like, oh, you want to make money and be famous. But it's like, I can't give back until I have money
Have
to
something.
give. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a exchange here.
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome. I think, I mean, you're only a month in. I saw you at the food drive.
Yes.
That's
Turn
awesome.
19.
How'd you get did they set that up, or was that kind of your?
Yeah, I set it up. So I just was looking for volunteer opportunities where I can involve, like, the younger girls. Sent the message out to some people, and we just, like, went over there and packaged meals for, like, 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty cool.
Well, that's awesome. I've always wanted to, I did it in college.
Yeah.
And because I went to a Christian college, and so we all went around, and I really enjoyed it, but being in college, you're, like, all caught up in your own BS.
Where did you go to college?
I went to SNU, Southern Nazarene University.
Where's that at?
It's in Bethany, Oklahoma.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's far.
Where'd you go to college? Or did you?
I did not go to college.
Okay. That's fine. You're Miss Texas. You're doing all right.
Yes. Yeah. No
So-
comment.
COVID play any part of that?
No, I finished high school early. Like, I got out of school and I just worked.
Wait, how old are you? What, is that a cardinal sin?
No,
just
I'm
kidding.
21.
Oh, okay. Good. I was like, damn, dude. Because you're not supposed to ask, like, if somebody's pregnant or.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, I didn't see going back to the stranger thing. Like,
Yeah.
well, what all goes into writing a speech? Is there certain points that you wanted to make, and are there more favorable topics?
I know it. Like the biggest thing is you want to avoid anything like too controversial.
Right.
Like guns. Like you don't want to talk about like gun safety and like abortion and like all that kind of stuff because like that's just too much. Like you don't want to turn people off. Like you know what I mean. Like you want to make your point. You could really, literally, like I said, talk about anything. Fun fact, in like 6th grade, I recited like the Declaration of Independence, like to my 6th grade graduation, and like I realized then, like, oh my gosh, I love public speaking. Like this is so cool. Like I just know like I can capture an audience, and so I wanted to talk about something that I was passionate about and that I knew I could write on easily. And like here's the thing, I'm such a last minute person. I wrote my speech like 3 weeks before.
Oh my god, that's not last minute.
That was last minute. Most people had theirs written for like 2 months. I was like 3 weeks. I was like,
I was thinking night of. Imagine what this looked like 5 hours ago.
I'm dead.
Imagine. I'm a procrastinator.
Yeah,
it
I
was
feel
like so you said 3 weeks out? And did you have it down pat, or what was your speech?
That was what I talked about, like the adverse effects of social media. Like I basically just like talked about you know, social media, like the platforms are to like designed to be addictive, and like, you know, I talked about like positive intermediate reinforcement and like how it affects like, you know, kids, you know, 15, 16, 17, and how it even leads into like substance abuse and peer pressure and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's crazy. Social media is, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I love me some Instagram and Snapchat.
Yeah, because like at the same time you use it,
yeah,
you know? So it's
totally.
like.
I love it. But like, I had to modify myself because they're like, I mean, I'm sure you know, like, what do we do when we have nothing to do? Scroll on TikTok, like scroll on Instagram. I'll literally sit on my phone for like hours sometimes, and I'll switch between like Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Okay, now I'm bored. Let me go back to TikTok.
YouTube.
Like, yeah, literally. Shout out.
Yeah, that doom scrolling, dude. It just
That's what it is. It's doom
you.
scroll. That's a really good way to put it. I like that.
Yeah, dude. I'll look, like you said, it'll be 12. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing anything. It'll look up 2:45.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's dinner already? What have I gained? And then it's like you even start to get mad at those people that are like, hold up, you've been scrolling. It's like,
shut up.
Get out of here,
Get
dude.
out.
I know. When TikTok in my veins. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's what they're designed for.
Yeah.
And the TikTok shop, I feel like, has ruined TikTok
Dude,
for me.
TikTok shop is so stupid.
Every other one. Tap in.
I'm like, no, I've seen like 5 different ads for like, the girls will know what I'm talking about. The Sol de Janeiro perfume. I got it for $2. I'm like, bro, I don't care. Like, I don't want to see a commercial in between my TikTok.
Exactly.
Now, honestly, though, whoever did that is genius. Super smart. They're making even twice, like 10 times as much money as they were before.
Oh, 100%.
So I can't even say anything.
I did fall victim. I figured you'd appreciate are you a Swiftie? Oh, no.
I'm gonna get hated on so hard.
Oh, no.
Listen, I like OG T Swift.
I don't think you're realizing the gravity. You're going to post this, right? Your legion of people.
I love Taylor Swift. No, I can't lie. I'm not a T Swiftie. I'm not. I'm an OG 2015 Our Song Love Story. Like when I was like listening to her on my iPod Nano, new Taylor Swift, love her, adore her. She's beautiful, love her outfits. But I just like listen to her music and it's just like not what I listen to. Love her, queen, but I just am not like, oh, I love Taylor Swift.
Yep. I'm a You Belong With Me.
Yes.
Like
yeah,
White Horse. It's too late for you.
Yeah, there you go. That's my jam.
So people in like socials, whatever, they call her mommy, and they call somebody else daddy.
Okay.
And I'm a big fan of daddy.
Okay.
As a straight male. Would you guess who daddy is?
No. Who?
T Swift is mommy.
Okay, like Taylor Lautner or something?
Harry Styles.
Oh, okay. See, I like Harry Styles. I can get down with some Harry Styles. I saw that. That's sick.
You thought you brought something in the box.
That's sick. I'm dead. Yo, this is cool.
My best friend made that for me on my birthday.
She made that?
Or she got it done on Etsy.
That's so cool. What the heck?
And she also did this one too.
That is dope. Yo, what the heck? Here, I'm like scared. These are cool.
It's a little sticky. Yeah, it's a. Yeah, they were like, you can pick your own hair. You get to pick the outfit, all that. She has like
Dude,
millions of them, you know.
That is so cool.
Thank you so much. As you can tell, did you watch the?
Yeah, that's dope.
You probably didn't, but there was an episode. Did you only watch the McKinsey one?
No, I watched like almost all your episodes.
So did you see how that happened? Okay.
No,
Oh.
actually, I did not see how that happened.
So it was supposed to be like a nice. I was supposed to have a person over here to be able to pull up stuff like Joe Rogan, and in the middle of the podcast, it just came slamming. That's why this is all broken. Like in the middle of it. So I was able to get it on camera. That's why I wasn't super pissed. But now I just don't know what to do with it. So if you know any strong fellas,
Stick like a green screen on there. I don't know.
I put the Taylor Swift thing on it, but because the walls are so white, like after I have to color correct all these because it's like we look like
pale ghosts.
Yeah. In here. So I think. Oh, okay. What are you excited to be able to? This kind of taps into what we were saying about the ability with the crown. What are you excited to do as Miss Texas?
I think biggest thing is like get to mentor like younger girls for sure. I already have this one girl. I love her to death. Shout out Lynn.
We love you, Lynn.
We love you, Lynn. I love her so much. She's so sweet. She's like 15 and she calls herself a mini Beth.
Okay.
And it's like so inspiring.
Beth Dutton?
Like, hell no, bro.
Oh, okay.
Like a mini me. Like
yeah,
bruh.
I did not get that connect.
Yeah,
My bad.
like a mini me. Like cause she like it was in the pageant system below me, so she was like the junior preteen, because there's like there's all this stuff. There's like younger divisions, and like she like looks up to me so much, and like I'm excited to be able to like mentor other girls.
That's
and like
awesome.
just keep doing stuff like that. As much as I never saw myself as a mentor even like 2 years ago, like I look at the situation now and I'm like, heck yeah.
Whenever you got the email, I assume, did you expect it to be so much of a soul project? Like, because it seems like it's turning into like, yeah, the crown, but now you get to affect these people's lives positively.
Yeah.
So is it turned into more of a soul project, like, since it's kind of came on?
Yeah, like I said, like I got that letter and I was like, this is fake. I literally like did like 3 days of research. I was like, National American Miss, like this doesn't make sense, like everything like that. And I was like, screw it, like let's do it. And yeah, I definitely didn't see it. I wanted it to get to where I am right now and farther, but I didn't see it. You know what I mean? Like I came into it again trying my hardest. I want to win, but like, you know, self-doubt, you know, kind of crept in. But like now I'm here and I'm like, whoa, like I mean, even in like a month, like I feel like I've already like gotten to experience the side of myself that I like didn't know before, like accountability, basically. So
well, that's good, you know, like always trying to be on the learning side of things, always taking every opportunity and trying, you know, like, because some people could just, here's the thing, what do they do if somebody starts going like, could they strip people of the crown?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
if you were stupid enough, yeah, for sure. Like if you were not holding the standard for National American Miss, they can totally like, you know what I mean? It's like, or they can, I don't really know how that works because I haven't seen it like happen before, but like they can totally take your crown away. I mean, if you're posting inappropriate stuff on Instagram, you know, while also representing National American Miss, basically if you make a mockery of National American Miss, like you're
no
done.
OnlyFans, none of
Yeah,
that stuff.
hell no, bro.
Jeez.
Wearing your sash.
Have you been approached with offers like that, or was that more of like
what, like?
I mean, have there been people in the ear been like, hey, there's probably a bag out there that, or I mean, you probably know. I mean, you live in this day and age.
People are creepy, dude.
They're
like,
terrible.
People see like a blonde girl and they're like, oh, like I'm convinced if I had brown hair, like the attention that I get right now would like go to like 20%.
What's your natural?
I'm like a dark blonde, like a dirty blonde. I just like lighten my hair.
Me too.
So
I just dyed it black.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yo, that's dope.
Listen, I don't know if I want. You see these roots?
Okay, they're really not that bad though. I don't notice it.
I got it dyed 2 months ago, and
Okay.
I got to get it retouched.
It looks good though. The dark looks good.
Thank you. I did like a TikTok filter like 2 years ago, and I felt like it looked good with my blue eyes.
Yeah.
And then, so my best friend, the other tramp, AJ, the one who I sent the picture, she's in Cosmo school. So she was
Heck
like, I
yeah.
need a test dummy. I was like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go for it. So what did you do before? You said talk to your previous employer. What was your life plan before any of this kind of whirlwind happened?
See, the thing is because it gets sticky because I am not like, and I shouldn't say this, but like I'm not a school person. Like I can't. Well, I mean, I should say it because it's true. Like it's not that I wasn't ever good at school. It was just like my mind was always on something else, like playing soccer. I played soccer throughout high school. I was like, I want to play soccer. That's all I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to play soccer. I want to hang out with my friends. I don't care. And that wasn't a product of my parents. That was a product of me being lazy. And after that, I was like, you know what? I literally don't want to do anything other than make money and live on my own and, you know, do what I have to do. And, you know, so I'm still figuring it out. I mean, I just want to, like I said, I just want to make money.
The fact that you're saying, just trying to figure it out, as the National All-American Miss Texas. I need to get that right before. That was right? National All-American Miss Texas. Like, you're doing great.
Thanks.
For just let's just see where it goes. Like,
yeah.
So horses. I was scrolling through your Instagram. You posted a couple big old bass.
Yeah.
You said, when's the last time you went fishing?
Oh, good question. Probably like a month ago. I used to go a lot more.
Come on, Miss Texas.
Yeah, I grew up fishing with my dad, and I mean, I love fishing. Fishing's so fun. We used to go like take the boat out and stuff like that. So I've always just like been around fishing. My dad's a big fisher, stuff like that. So I don't know. I love fishing.
Are you lake or ocean person?
I'm definitely a lake person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like
Okay.
lake, creeks, like ponds. Like I'm not like I've actually never been deep sea fishing. I want to. I would love to. But like that's like a whole other level. I'm like, nah.
That's monster soup.
Yeah, hell no.
Especially like with the submarine. I watched the whole thing last night because it's been like 80 days. No.
Has it really been that long?
It's been like 60 days since it
That's
happened.
awful.
Can you believe that?
Can watch them just pop up. Like I have a conspiracy one day. I could go on. I have
Go
a conspiracy
on.
one day.
Literally, just go on.
Listen, y'all, I'm telling you, Bethany Bowler said it first, that they're going to pop up one day and they're going to be like washed up alive, like on the shores of like friggin' the other side of the world. Like I'm like, part of me is like, nah. Maybe they just like fake. I'm sorry, but these people are way too rich, which would explain how that situation happened in the first place. But let's say they were trying to get away from something. They could have faked their deaths so easily. Like, who knows, man? World's crazy.
Or they could have been that arrogant, right? Because if you're a billionaire, how many people are telling you no? And if those people tell you no,
that's a good point.
Don't you think they disappear?
Well, that's also a good point. I mean, hello, that money that they spent on that was probably them like freaking blowing their nose in like a $5 bill. Like that was like us spending like $5 or $4 on a Red Bull. Yeah.
It was like getting some pastels and painting.
Yeah, seriously, that's like shit. $25,000. I don't care. Like, take it.
I personally think that they have all the records. What's fucked up is that they had all the records of it literally exploding and all this stuff, but then they put out in the media like, oh, they have this many hours. They've been dead for however long.
Yeah.
I think that maybe they drop one submarine down, it scoots over, right? They exit and whatever. Then the submarine goes down and explodes. Like they faked their death. That's what I think.
Happened.
Then they get on a jet and fly to Cancun.
Yeah.
Never seen them again.
Never seen them again.
So like the washing up, it just depends on how deep they are.
Yeah.
Because they.
They said they like. I mean, they would have imploded. Like there would be no remains, anyways. Like
they went from a body into like molecules.
Yeah.
Can
you imagine
that? But
that?
it would have been how would you want to go?
Like that?
Just
freaking snap me and I'm.
They say that they had like dropped the ballast and they were heading up and then their boosters failed.
Yeah.
And so then it's like, flashing red in it and it just plummeted down. So they're like sinking because there was a porthole, right?
Yeah.
So it's flashing red. They're plummeting at thousands of feet and they just know like any minute.
That's
done.
the thing. Like imagine knowing, like, okay, this is it. Like, I'm done. I'd be like, Lord,
Oh my God.
I'm sorry for that time in first grade when I gave my brother a wedgie. I'm gonna need you to fix this. Like,
Yeah, man, it's just like I'm starting to sweat. Like,
Yeah,
just thinking,
no.
imagine plummeting to the bottom of the ocean. All you
ocean
get
alone. The ocean freaks me out. I can't do it.
See, I like the ocean, waist deep. I haven't really ever gone out. I've done parasailing, but I've never and I don't really think I do want to do a shark cage.
You're crazy. Hell no.
I've skydove.
I would. No.
You
Absolutely
haven't?
not. You've.
Skydived.
No. No.
Is it skydive?
Skydive's the new word.
Skydove.
I've said
Skydived.
skydived.
So you
No.
wouldn't? You're not into
No.
the thrill?
I'm into that, but not when it comes to heights. Like,
Okay.
I'll, I don't know, put me in like a car moving at 200 miles per hour. You
Okay.
throw me out of an airplane, I'm gonna implode
Yeah.
from adrenaline. Like, there will be no Bethany landing at the bottom. Like, I'm just being honest.
Oh, like those guys who hang on to the sides?
No.
It's like, love you, bro.
No.
And then they let go.
I know. I've seen those
Never.
videos. No.
Never.
No, especially when they go over the ocean. Nope. Mess off. Wait, can I use your bathroom really quick?
Oh yeah, we'll
Okay.
take it. Actually, we'll be right back. And we're back. What did we? I should have listened to the last 5 seconds. Figure out what we left out on.
I have absolutely no idea. What were we talking about?
I don't know, but we can talk about horses.
Yeah?
You had horses? Oh, was it fishing?
Oh, we were talking about fishing. That's what it was. We were talking about deep sea fishing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the
submarine.
ocean.
We were
Yeah.
talking about the submarine.
Yeah. No, that would, you could not catch me in that. Like
No.
I said on one episode, there's white people shit. Like,
I could go on about that.
go for it.
Dude, one of my best friends, Braxton, right?
Mhm.
Me and her, we'll do anything. But the other day, when I went to go see her, we took her lawnmower out and we didn't put the blades down. We just rode it down the street. What? I mean, when they say we aren't scared of anything, I mean, we'll do.
I mean,
Mud and
with
anything?
gas prices these days. I
Dude,
mean,
don't get me
that
started.
was probably a $30 trip.
Yeah, probably. I don't
Down to
know.
the gas station and back.
And back, yep.
What's your go-to snack?
That's a good question. Ooh, I like hot Cheetos. I'm addicted to hot Cheetos. Hot Cheetos, Takis,
Okay. there we go.
anything. Yeah, I love Takis.
Which one out of the two?
Hot Cheetos. Dude, you get you some, I'm going to sound crazy. You get you some cream cheese. You take a Taki. You dip it in the cream cheese and the Taki. Best snack of your life.
What kind of cream cheese?
Just like normal cream cheese.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm a cream cheese guy.
I'm a cream cheese guy. Girl. I'm a cream cheese
I'm a cream
girl.
cheese.
I'm a cream cheese guy. Yeah.
Well, I'll have to try that. I just
good.
can't take heat, man.
Really?
Like spicy ketchup at Whataburger
Okay.
makes me sweat.
What the
Dude,
hell?
like mild
man?
sauce?
That's like pepper.
I know.
No.
I
that's
told you,
awful.
look at my skin.
Just eat like 3 bags of hot Cheetos a week and you'll be like chilling.
Absolutely
My colon
not.
probably hates me, but it's okay.
Do you realize the pain I would put the porcelain through here? Are you kidding? 3 bags a week?
Yeah, hot Cheetos are great, man.
Not for
I love
mine.
hot Cheetos.
I'd have that going on.
Yeah, I normally do too, but it's okay. I love hot Cheetos.
Oh,
Yep.
you just endure the pain?
Yep.
You know what? I might do it just for you.
Yeah, just do
I
it.
send you a picture of my hands.
Your
just-
hands
I
covered.
did
I did it. I love
Um,
hot Cheetos.
Horses. So you were a little country girl.
I guess
Ish.
so. Yeah, did ranch work for
Okay.
a good portion of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did ranch work actually out in Aubrey for 2.5 years. Loved that and hated it at the same time. It was a great job, but like taught me about hard work for sure.
Mhm.
But I mean, like some of the hard, it goes so much more than that. But like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's another topic.
Well, to say it lightly, it's hard work. Mucking
Yeah.
stalls, cleaning horse, because people don't realize it's a 1,200-pound animal that
And-
knows it's bigger than you, right? You just have a bigger brain, and you have to be like, hey, buddy, don't kill me.
Yeah, seriously. Well, like, okay, so my boyfriend rides bulls, right? And he does. I'm like, you willingly pay to strap your arm into this animal. You can't control these things. Like, you're not like, oh, let me put a halter on you and let me saddle you. No, like, you're like...
And they're pissed off.
And they're annoyed at you, and they're, like, trying to get you off. And, like, I mean, I'm like, hell no,
My dad used
bro.
to do bull riding.
Yeah, no.
See, that's a white people shit. Just
yeah,
like you were
bro,
telling.
seriously.
Yeah. I guess skydiving is part of that.
Yeah, probably.
I went with a guy. I would tandem. You know, I had the guy on my back.
Yeah.
Which was an experience. But pause. Whoa, hold on, dude. Hold on. So yeah, I mean, it was so much fun, and it was in Hawaii, and I was like, well, if you're gonna skydive,
that's cool.
Skydive in Hawaii. Not Utah or Tennessee. Like, I'm sure they're not knocking Tennessee. So your boyfriend, your parents, I'm sure they're beyond supportive. How's it been for them?
Well, my mom was definitely like my mom's like my best friend for sure. Like, that's my girl. I love my mom. Literally when I won the pageant, like, I had like two of my best friends in the audience. Shout out to Madison and Peyton. And
shout out Madison.
Yeah, they were all in the audience, and like Madison like punched the chair in front of her and like freaked out. Madison threw her shoe at me like on the stage. Like,
you gotta start early.
Yeah, they were like freaking out, and
that's crazy.
I know, like, yeah, my mom's been the biggest support, and my dad was like comedic relief all week. Like, my dad's hilarious. My boyfriend's like was obviously super excited for me and everything like that. I mean, my support system's like crazy killer. So
that's awesome.
We got some good people. Yeah.
I think a lot of people, you know, they don't have that at home. You know, they don't have that support. So a lot of the things they go through, they have to take on 100%. Obviously, like, even bad, good, but having that kind of foundation makes good or bad news just like a little bit easier to accept. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I just couldn't imagine, like, just the week leading up, you're like, all right, it's happening. Like,
yeah.
What was your biggest fear, I guess?
Messing up, for sure. Embarrassing myself. I mean, that's, like, I would say everybody's biggest fear within, like, being on stage is, like, embarrassing yourself. I mean, you got all those eyes on you, and it's, like, people oh, these are the judges. Like, this isn't just, like, homie to homie. Like, this is, like, oh, like, if I mess up my words, like, I'm getting docked a point. Like, it's pretty nerve-wracking. But, I mean, I've just learned, like to just breathe and let it go. Mm-hmm. Breathe and let it go. What happens is going to happen. Just be confident and speak your words, and you're good. Like, the rest will come.
Well, since you said that there's different kind of organizations or different versions or like
different systems.
So systems, that's the word.
Yeah.
So now that you have this crown, is it easier to maybe expand from here to other, like, how does that work? Like, how do you or does that even happen?
Yeah, so once you are in one system and you have a title within one system, you can't necessarily jump to, like, you know, like, there's like Miss High School America, right? Like, let's say I was in high school and I won National American Miss. I can't go and, like, try to represent another pageant system, because that's just like, you know, it's like represent, like, you work for Dr. Pepper but you're like repping Coke, you know what I mean? Like, just, yeah. So, I mean, I plan to compete again next year probably in a different system, but I'm like, pageants are just so expensive, dude. So expensive. Like, some of these dresses, I'm like, your parents must be filthy rich, or you must have a great, I mean, I've got some really cool sponsors, but, like, other than that, I'm like I'm not paying not even $1,600, like $8,500 for a dress. Like, I can't, that's a car. That's a car. You could go buy you a car. That's a down payment. You could go buy you a nice car, like a used truck or something. Like, no, absolutely not.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. Too expensive.
$8,500, and that's probably low end. Or, I mean, that's probably
that's like mid range.
Yeah,
honestly.
like mid.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Well, how has it been? Like, what you mentioned, sponsors, like having to talk to these companies, and like, how's that?
It's hard.
Is it all kind of awkward?
It is awkward because you're asking them for money. Like, you're literally being like, hey, like, I'm this, and this is what I bring to the table, and this is what I can represent, and this is what I can give you. Now, here's my PayPal. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not like, and like having a sponsor, like, you're repping their company, like, they're going in the national yearbook, like, you're presenting them on social media and blah, 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 blah. But it's like, you're literally asking people for money. Like, it's awkward. Like, it's marketing yourself. You know what I mean? And it's like, I mean, it's helpful, but sometimes it's like I've got this really cool guy in I think it's actually Carrollton. The Nutrition Vibe, they're over there by Hebron 121, my old apartment complex.
Okay.
And like people like that, like small businesses and stuff like that you want to represent, but it's like you're asking small businesses for money, and it's like, bro, like I know you got to keep the lights on too, but I mean, awkward. But
I've been kind of getting into that. What was that?
It's my wristband from Drinking Age Verified.
Oh, okay.
From my concert the other night.
Well, who'd you go see?
Carson Jeffrey, North Texas Fair and Rodeo. It's pretty good.
The Zach Bryan quote, how do you feel about him and Miss Brianna Chicken Fry?
Hell nah. Hell no. I'm a Debbie girl till the day I die. Shout out to my friend Sky.
Shout out Sky.
We are Debbie girls till we die. Miss Brianna Chicken Fry, I love her.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, that's my girl. Like, I love her. But they just like don't, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, first off, Zach Bryan has gone so mainstream. I'm like, bro, I went to his concert at Billy Bob's like 2 years ago. Most fun thing ever. It wasn't super packed. Like, it wasn't like, oh, like these people that don't know his songs. Like, it was like everybody that was there knew his music. And, you know, like, oh, that concert we went to, we actually sat with his dad. Like, yeah, my really good friend at the time got us tickets through her dad, because her dad does like his accounting and stuff.
Is he handsome?
His dad?
The dad?
I'd say so.
Okay.
He looks like Zach Bryan, but like 20 years older. Like,
a little salt and pepper action.
Yeah. Dude, we had no idea it was his dad. We're like sitting at this table at Billy Bob's, and I don't know if you've been to a concert over there, and like everybody else's tables.
Down on the ground or up?
On the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, we're on the tables, and like Kansas's dad got us these tickets. They were at roll call, I don't know. And we like sit at this table, and we're like the only two people at this table. Everybody else's table's booked, and we're like, this is a little weird. Why are we the only ones here? This like older guy comes up with this younger guy, and then this dog, which we find out later to be Zach's dog, Zach's best friend, and Zach's dad.
His dog?
Yeah, his dog. Yeah.
What kind of dog?
It's a lab. I think it's Jack Daniels.
Of course it was.
Name. Yeah, I'm like, what? Why the hell's there a dog in here? Like, this must be like a service dog. And this guy, like, he's like offering us like shots and stuff like that. And, you know, we're cutting up with him. We're like, oh yeah, we're just having a good time. And he like starts crying one time. And I was like, why is bro dude crying? And he's like, I'm so proud of my son. I was like, what the heck?
Hold on,
Hold
sir.
on.
What's your last name?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, he's good live for sure. But Brianna Chicken Fry, love her. They just don't mesh. I can't do it. I can't get
When
behind it.
worlds collide. Because
Yeah.
he's an Okie boy, right?
Yeah.
In the Army or Marines?
Something like that.
Oh, you don't know where your boy's
No.
from?
No.
You got his words on your arm.
Yeah, because I frick with his music. I'm like, my friend Sky that I told you, she could freaking tell you his like time and date and birth and every second of his movements. Like,
There's people who get in that. I'm like that with Harry.
really?
I mean, pretty much. As much as I wouldn't like to admit, I pretty much know almost everything about him.
So were you a One Direction fan?
Yeah.
You were a One Direction fan?
1D, yeah.
Yeah, Wendy was my. I
100%.
loved One Direction.
What's your favorite album?
Oh gosh, that's a toughie.
All right, let's talk One Direction.
That's
Come on
a
now.
toughie. Yeah, we can talk some One Direction.
When Zayn left, all it did was pump up all the other members.
Yeah.
I'll say it.
Yeah.
I'll just say it.
Okay.
Harry's had the best solo career. I'll say it.
Yeah, Zayn. I never listened to any like.
Pillow
not-
Talk was the one.
One
That
hit
was in high
wonder.
school.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, no, and then like, what was his name? Not Liam, but Niall. I was a Niall fan. Just couldn't get behind it. When Harry blew up, I was like, yeah, this is it. I love me some Harry and his outfits and everything. I was like, bro, this is totally different than the guy wearing a scarf, and that's what
100%.
makes you beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, no, Niall, he came out with an album recently, and there's a song on there called Heaven.
Uh-huh.
And it's really good.
Is it?
I like it. I was very impressed.
I'll have to listen to it.
I'll just play a little. It's in my on repeat. Are you Spotify or Apple Music?
I'm Apple Music. Oh, God.
Podcast is done.
Spotify's so, like, I mean, I love Spotify, but Apple Music's just so convenient. I love me some Apple Music.
Well, you probably have CarPlay, right?
Yeah.
In your BMW.
Yeah.
That's, when you pulled up, I was like, yeah. Of course. You should get it pink.
I thought about getting it wrapped.
That would be
But I'm
be insane. Throw your Miss Texas on the back. You'd have people. That's the thing. You got to be careful, right? Because with like my friend, if you put anything on your car, it lets people know. That's like even when people put the baby on board or the big with the little kids. It's like don't let people know that you have children.
No,
or you're a mother.
Especially as a girl, like they tell you not to put. Which I'm not good at that. They tell you not to put anything on your car that like shows like this is a girl's car.
Exactly.
Like.
I have maybe a pink car isn't that?
Maybe that's a little bit. I get pulled over in that.
Do you, yeah, I mean, I'm surprised what kind of phone do you have? I don't know why any of this is important. I'm just
14, the Pro Max, but I cracked it.
How?
I dropped it.
Oh.
Asked my mother. I break my phone. Like, I literally had this phone for 2 months, and I shattered the back. Yeah. Pretty regular occurrence.
I have the Pro Max as well.
Yeah.
And I had been waiting because like I like the camera because it lets me film, you know.
Yeah.
And so I've treated it like a baby for the first 3 months, and then now I'm like, you know,
that's how I am
doing this shit. Like I know it's still on the table, but like, here's this. Yeah, Niall, he's pretty.
I'm nervous. This is called Heaven.
Yeah, I'll just skip to like the.
Okay, this is good. Okay.
Everything won't be the same. Oh, man.
That actually was good.
That
kind of
just having that on in the background, like
good vibes.
So good.
Yeah.
Good vibes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good vibes.
Good vibes.
Oh, hey, what's give me a ring tour.
Oh my gosh, dude! Normally I have so many more.
So many more.
These are all James Avery. So I have like my little horseshoe ring, my little friggin'. That's cool. That's dope.
That's James Avery.
Yeah, I saw you had another one on.
Is this James Avery? And they're bent because I was changing my tire.
Genius.
And I was, like, I didn't think they'd bend, and they did.
They bend.
That's a fidget thing.
That's cool. I've seen these.
Turns on the top.
That's cool.
But.
Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, I like these. This is James Avery, isn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, those are cool. Yeah, I've just.
Oh, show me yours. What am I doing?
I've just got like my crown ring, of course.
Oh my goodness.
And then I have a spoon ring. I love my spoon ring. I don't know. I just kind of like threw on. I was gonna wear turquoise like I normally do, but I was like, meh. I'm in red, so.
Have you always wore jewelry and stuff, or was it kind of?
Yeah, rings, like, for sure. Like, me and my, again, one of my best friends, Sky, like, we're like we have to have our rings on. Like, that's our thing. It's like our rings.
Once you wear them for so long, you
feel weird without them.
If you take it off, you're like, where is it?
Yeah, I don't like it. Like, my hands feel like too small. I feel like I've got like.
I'm insecure about my hands.
Yeah.
That's why I wear rings. It's because I think my hands are small. Here's the thing. My palm is huge, but my fingers, I started cracking them. I don't know if this is real, but I started cracking them at like 8.
Uh-huh.
And they're always like, don't crack your fingers. And so my fingers aren't long. If I had normal sized fingers, I'd have huge hands.
Yeah.
Because I just have a.
Dude, my boyfriend, his hands literally take up my whole. He's
just bare
big.
paw.
Like, I don't know if you can see. Like, he's a big dude. Like, he's got like huge hands. Like, he goes like this, and his hand is like out here. Like, he's a big dude.
Just gone.
Yeah, he's just a big dude.
Palm your head.
Yeah.
How
he's huge.
How'd y'all meet, and how is he? Because was he here before Miss Texas?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he's kind of.
Yeah, so we actually haven't.
What was that face about?
We haven't been dating because I laugh when people ask how we met.
Oh no, Tinder was it?
No, not a Tinder girl. No, he. I don't know. Yeah, I can't do Tinder. So we actually haven't been dating that long.
You shouldn't.
No, Tinder's
You're fucking Miss Texas, bro.
Tinder's lame. Yeah.
Bumble?
No.
Hinge?
No.
Yeah, no. Screw all that shit.
Yeah, no. Heck no. No, he followed me on Instagram one day, and okay, this is so bad.
No, go ahead.
No, I have like I can't date you if you like are clean. Like, not to be weird. Like, if you look like you My friend would laugh at this. Like, I always like to say I like guys that like look like they like live in dirt. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, you get your hands dirty, you work hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he followed me on Instagram one day, and like 2 weeks before he messaged me, and I was like, oh yeah, like he's cute. And like I'm used to like guy follows me, I instantly know he's gonna message me. Like that's just how my Instagram works. Like follow me, they like 3 photos, they message me. Most of the time, well, obviously I'm in a relationship now, but like most of the time before then I just be like, ew, block. Like I'm not a DM person. Like I'm not gonna answer your DMs. What pissed me off because mofo followed me and he didn't message me.
Oh.
And he doesn't know this. Yeah, and I was like, okay, how rude. You know, me being stupid and spoiled. So I was like, okay, whatever. And I went live one day with my friend, and he like joined my live for a second, and I was like, oh yeah, yeah. Left my live stream, whatever, and then I posted something, and he like slid up on my Instagram story, and he was like, I don't know what he said. He said something like, I don't know. He said something, and then I like got him on Snapchat, and we like started talking from there, and like instantly like good at conversation. He's really good at conversation, and like we hung out. First time we hung out, I went to one of his rodeos, and I make fun of him all the time because we both love Red Bull, right? And we're like, he's driving, and like he spills like 3 Red Bulls in the car. Yeah, he like stops too fast, Red Bull goes flying. He goes and gets another Red Bull. We're driving, that Red Bull goes flying, and we just like clicked automatically. So I mean,
it's a Red Bull love story.
Oh yeah. That's funny. A Red Bull love story. That's awful.
You need to pitch that to Red Bull.
Yeah. Sponsor me.
Yeah. I mean, that's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Are you a Tinder person?
No.
No.
The realest one that has been kind of is Hinge.
Yeah.
And that's just because there's not tons of fake people. But no, I'm not going on like dating, like actually looking. With the DMs thing, like I don't do that shit either. That's why I was so like, I always thought I slid in her DMs. That's so
cringe.
Like sleazy and just, at least to me, this is my opinion. And so I never wanted to be that guy.
Yeah.
But then how many of my relationships started, we met on Tinder, you know? So I was like,
never works out well.
No, they never were good relationships.
No.
Who would have realized that?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, no, like I said, I normally am like a I know this person, I just know. Like I get a notification, no, followed you. I'm like, shit. They like my photos. I know the second they like my photos, I'm like, all right, I'm fixing to block you. Yeah. Like I just don't. That's gross. Like. And
it's like, do the guys not know that tactic has probably already been used thousands of times?
Literally. I'm like, you're literally, like, if I don't meet you in person, like, Lane's my boyfriend's name. I was like, you kind of got lucky, because, not lucky, that's not what I meant to say.
I mean, yeah, say it.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Talk your shit.
But no, I'm like, I never.
You ain't got to be humble here, okay? You're fucking Miss Texas with your fucking crown on the table. With the sparkling water. Are you going to drink that?
Probably a little bit.
Okay. Because honestly, here's the thing. I bought 3.
Mm-hmm.
Do you watch Rhett and Link? Good Mythical Morning?
No.
Jeez. I do. There are guys on YouTube.
Okay.
And they petition for those to be brought back. It was like a couple years ago. Blah, blah. It's supposed to be really good. Okay. You know how like LaCroix sucks?
Yeah, I hate LaCroix.
Trust me.
I'm trying it.
All right, first time. Clearly Canadian. Miss Texas is trying clearly Canadian.
I'm nervous. What flavor is it?
Cherry. Raspberry. Dude.
Yo, those are gas. What the heck?
Let me tell you something. I'll put you on.
Dude, where do you buy these?
I got it at Walmart.
Dude, these are gas.
Not like shitty at all. They taste good.
I would like drink these instead of Red Bull.
Really?
Yeah.
So you drink Red Bull for the flavor, not the caffeine?
Wow.
There we go.
Yeah. That's good. That tastes like a coconut Red Bull. Now, I drink Red Bull because if I don't drink Red Bull, I'm a very mean person.
Mm-hmm.
I like me some caffeine, which is a bad habit for sure, but Red Bull's like we're besties. We go way back. I have a bad history with Red Bull.
A bad history?
Oh, yeah.
Do tell.
Dude, when I used to work at this golf course, and
oh shit.
Yeah, and then,
I used to work at a golf course.
What did you do? Were you like
maintenance? Were you a car girl?
Oh yeah, of course was a car girl. Yeah, I worked out of McKinney. And
oh shit, where the money's at?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. And I worked peak summertime. This was like all of our like college guys were coming in, and like all I had to literally do was bring them. I mean, some of these guys would get so drunk that they wouldn't even know what they were handing me. They'd be like, "Oh, your total's $350. Hand me a $20." I'm like, okay, you want your change? And they're like, no, just keep it. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
That's fine. No, but they gave us full access to anything in our cart minus the alcohol. Like, you just had to log what you drank. And I was like, what's it? Like, I've never had a Red Bull before. They had this pomegranate Red Bull. I had one, and I was like, I am a new woman. I'm a new. The Lord has washed my sins. No, and there was a point where I was drinking like 4 or 5 a day.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
And like this?
Yeah. No, I was like driving one time and I was like, I'm so tired because I'm a raging ADHD. I was like, why am I so exhausted? Like, I'm so tired. I was driving and like my chest started to hurt and I was like, oh God, why do I feel like this? This is awful. And I called my mom and she was like, how many Red Bulls did you have today? I said, holy shit, I had 6 Red Bulls today. It's only 2:00. No, it's bad. Like,
in the heat.
No, it was bad. Like, I was like, my mom was like, you're probably so tired because you're overloaded with caffeine. Like, which you wouldn't think that would do that, but like,
yeah, but caffeine, it definitely, because they don't want you to know that it does that.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
How many milligrams of caffeine is it? So do you do the sugar free or sugar?
I should do the sugar free.
Oh my God.
But I don't. I don't drink that many anymore. 114 milligrams of caffeine. That's a lot.
That 114. That's not that bad.
Is it not?
Ghosts are like 200. Monsters are 200. Rain and
can't do those.
I forget what Full Throttle are 300.
No, I can't do those. I can't. I'd go crazy.
I was a Monster guy, and then I went to Bang. Me and my mom got on Bangs.
I used to love Bangs.
But their artificial sweetener was just too consistent with all of them. So even if you get the cotton candy, the blue raz, it still had that fake ass aspartame.
Yeah.
Or aspartame aftertaste.
Aftertaste.
And it was just too consistent.
Yeah.
I realized I had a problem whenever I was driving down the highway.
Oh God.
Listening to a podcast. Hitting a pen. Had music playing on the thing. Had music playing, listening to a podcast in transparency mode, with the windows down, going 90 miles an hour on the highway. Scrolling on TikTok.
That's too much.
I looked up at my life and I was like, I am so overstimulated. It's unhealthy. I'm, first of all, driving on the highway. Get off your phone. I'm listening to 3 different things. I'm engaged in these TikToks. I'm worried about all the cars, the wind, the noise.
That's crazy.
It was like, I need to stop.
Stop. Yeah, I need to chill out. That's crazy. I would have never thought about that. See, Red Bull helps me like wake up and focus. Like because I used to be on Adderall when I was in high school, and I like for my ADHD and stuff. But like I drink Red Bull now, and I'm like, shit, I could talk to you about anything. But like I'm like, it just like focuses me out. That's true though. I wouldn't have ever thought about how it can like overstimulate me or overstimulate you.
And I was drinking one at the same time.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Like, I mean, did you ever like get like the anxious, like, did it ever make you anxious and shaky?
Whenever I was drinking like 4 a day.
Yeah.
Because that's 200 milligrams plus 52 grams of sugar a piece. And you really don't realize like how much sugar that is. And there would be times where I'm laying in bed and I felt like I could jump and touch the ceiling. Like, you know what I'm saying? I
don't mean to be rude. I got to check my work group chat. Sorry.
That's fine. You're Miss Texas. It's all good.
Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, no. That's how, like, when I drink Four Locos.
Oh, my God.
Did you ever drink Four Locos?
Yes, that was our, like...
Dude, that was the thing.
We were the test dummies with Four Locos.
Four Locos, I could drink, like, 2 4... And probably shouldn't put this out there. I can drink a lot. Like, I can, like... My tolerance is up. And I would drink like 2 4 Locos out. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I won't remember you. I won't remember where I was, won't remember what I did. It's the caffeine and it's the alcohol. Like, who decided to put alcohol and caffeine together? Like, I mean, I get it, but I don't understand it.
A horrible genius.
A horrible genius who made so much money and is probably still filthy rich, but no.
Well, I've been seeing them less and less.
I haven't seen them in a while.
Oh, well, they're almost, like, a couple gas stations have them. I don't know if QT still carries them.
They have like beatboxes now.
Yeah.
Those are not good.
They're so big too, you know, so it's like you can't really hide the Four Loko.
No.
Because, you know, White Claws, all this, it was kind of the seltzer era.
Yes,
you know?
So that's
like,
what pushed seltzers. Pushed seltzers into like being so big and like popular and stuff like that. Like now they have the High Moons. That's what this tastes like, is a High Moon. High Moon is a seltzer and it's like a White Claw, but it's so much better and there's like 0 sugar and like it just tastes better. High noons are good.
See, I'm a lightweight.
Are
See,
you?
like one beer, and I'm bust.
What?
One
the
like Miller
heck?
Lite,
And you're good?
and
you're
I'm
done?
good. See,
That's
I like
crazy.
to. I'm a shot guy, so I like to get there fast and maintain.
That's how I am. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't like to like be like, yeah, let me drink a mixed drink. Like,
Yeah.
I like mixed drinks, but like,
Every once in a while, that sugar will just get you a hangover the next
yeah,
day.
seriously. I try not to drink as much anymore. Like, socially, yeah, but like other than that, I'm like, I like to have a good time. But.
Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You're human.
Amen.
And you're young. You
Yeah,
know?
seriously.
We're kids.
Amen.
In the grand scheme of things, we're fucking children.
Yeah, can you believe that? Isn't that weird? Like, sometimes I think about it, I'm like, I'm not even halfway done with my life yet. Like, I'm at, like, the beginning quarter.
Well, God willing.
Yeah.
We never know.
Yeah, I know. Okay. yeah.
Yeah. I was just about to say something. I completely forgot. What were we just talking about?
Four Loko and caffeine and,
Damn. It was something crazy, too. But I just remember seeing people, like, on the news. Guy drinks Four Loko, jumps out of apartment window, falls 3 stories, gets up, runs, then gets shot. Like,
yeah.
what?
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're turning into something else.
That's where Florida. Four Locos are Florida men.
Yeah, facts. Florida man beats skater to death after drinking four Loko.
Which is probably a real head. I'm going to look up after we do this and just pop up, like, 8.
Yeah, like
Florida headlines.
Yeah. Those are my favorite. Like, I see those on TikTok and I'm like, rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
Rabbit hole.
Where's your end game of where you want to live? What's your dream? Do you want to travel?
I definitely do want to travel. End game though, I would love to be somewhere probably like East Texas and have like a good plot of land.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Good plot of land, medium-sized house. I don't want a house too big.
Yeah, that's how I am.
Yeah, I don't want something crazy.
I don't need a big box.
No.
I just want something. I don't need this huge, because
Something
that's
functional.
what it is. Yeah, I just want to be able to have kids in it and blah blah blah. Nothing extravagant, but not like a shack.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, end game, I just want to have property. Like, I do definitely want to travel. Like, my boyfriend's been to like 22 states already, and he's like 22. Like,
That's awesome.
yeah, so he's gotten to travel a lot. Now that's part of rodeo, but like, I'd love to travel more and stuff like that. I mean, I've been to like, Missouri and like places where my family is and stuff like that, and North and South Carolina and obviously California. But like, I want to like actually travel. That would be cool.
Like international?
Yeah, for the most part, like, I don't know, I'd love to visit, like, I'd love to go to, like, Italy or, like, France or something like that.
Eat pasta in Italy? How would that be?
Stomach ache to the max. I don't know. One of my old coworkers just got back from, I think she went to somewhere in, it wasn't Italy. I don't know where she went, but, like, she was talking about how pure the food is there and how, like, it hurt her stomach because her stomach wasn't used to eating, like, that pure of food.
Oh, wow.
Like, they like grow it, make it in the back, serve you it. Like, there's no sort of like additives or like preservatives to hold the food together.
Right.
And like, it's
Gluten.
literally just like food.
I've heard the opposite, actually.
Really?
I've heard that people that can't eat our bread go over there, and because they make real bread,
And
they're
they don't have
able to
issues?
eat their bread, yeah, and drink milk and like all that stuff. Because
I believe it.
all the preservatives, all this food is poison.
They don't drink this in
No.
Europe.
No.
Are you kidding? Like, they don't even. Yeah, no, that's not even a thing over there. I mean, I'm sure they do, but like, I mean, their lifestyle, they live slow too. Like, their lifestyle is completely. I can imagine living like that though. I don't know if I could do it.
I'm just worried. I want to travel. I want to go see everything this big rock has to offer, because we're hurling through space.
Yeah.
We only get one shot at this thing.
Yeah.
And I just want to see, like, because I see pictures and I'm like, there's no way that if you just skim over the earth, I'm standing on the same ground.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously.
I'm here with them.
Yeah.
And there's no way that that's true. And I just want to go see these places. But I'm scared with the current times in life that once I go over there, I might not be able to get
come back. Yeah, that's one of my biggest fears.
So that's
for
why
sure.
I'm trying to, like, hold off on, but it's like, the more you hold off, the worse things get. But I'm broke, so it's like I can only go to
You can't do
Walmart.
anything anyways. I'm dead.
But so I'm assuming. Do you want kids, family?
Yeah,
What's
I
all
definitely
that?
want kids for sure. Like, I'm good. Like, I've got some friends that have like you know, a kid or two and they're like my age, and I'm like, no.
Well, yeah,
I
you're
will
21.
gladly wait until I'm like 25 and up. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't want to be too old, but I definitely want kids for sure. Like, especially.
How old's too old?
How old is too old to have kids? Probably like 30. I don't want to be 30. I would
Okay.
be. I want to have like. I'd be okay with having a kid by like 25. Like, let's say me and my boyfriend are married and like things are good, and like, because my biggest thing with like having a child is if I'm gonna bring a kid into this world, I sure as hell better be stable, because I am not bringing my child into this world when I don't even have my stuff figured out.
Right.
And that's stupid. Like, I mean, that's not me trashing on anybody who does have a child. That's just me saying how I want to do it is like, I know, I mean, and nobody's ever ready. My mom tells me all the time, like, you're never prepared to have a kid. Like, you have a kid and it changes your whole world. But like, I want to be at that point where I know I'm stable, at least with finances. You know what I mean? Like, I have a good place to live, my finances are good, and I have a good, you know, partner. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, like, it's the famous saying, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yeah,
you know what
seriously.
I mean? And I agree 100%. Like, if I could just all the arguments or the worry, you know, this bill, that bill, paying the blah, 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 all that just takes away from the joy you're supposed to be experiencing.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want none of that shit. I don't want to worry. I don't want to get home and be like, you know, sit in my fucking Ford Focus in the driveway staring with my last 5 minutes of peace before I go inside. You know, I don't want that. I want to wake up next to my kid. I want to do everything.
Yeah.
And I was the same way. I wanted a kid young.
Yeah.
I wanted a kid at 19.
Whoa.
So whenever I was 40, they'd be 21. I thought that was cool.
Cray.
Yeah, I was insane.
Yeah.
I was an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, not trashing on anybody that I always tell my friends, I'm like, I will love and adore and babysit your kid all you want. But when it comes to me having my own child, I'm good. I'm so okay right now. Like, there's still so much I want to do. There's still more alcohol I want to drink. Like, there's still more places I want to go. I want to travel. Like, you know, like, having a kid's expensive. Are you kidding? Like, some of my friends, I'm like, respect to you guys because you guys have more strength than I ever could. Like,
Oh, 100%. And you have to. It's a human thing.
being.
Yeah.
And I can't even, like, wrap my brain around, like, that's yours. Like, you created that. That's yours. Now you are in charge of what it does with the rest of its life. Like, no, you're not in charge, obviously, but, like, you know, you're shaping it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you're shaping it. Like, what you do in, like, those first 15 years, like, that is detrimental. You know what I mean? Like, and what happens within your home is detrimental to what happens going into 6th grade and on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. I can't even, like, process that. So.
Which is good. You know, it shows you're not ready.
I'm good.
Yeah, and for that kid to be also half of you, you're dealing with your direct, you know, you're dealing with some of your problems or yourself in these children, you know, as much as like your parents are like, you know, when you get in trouble at school, it's a reflection on us. You're like, oh, whatever, I'm my own person.
Yeah.
But no, it really is because you're half them.
Well, and it's like that. It's like my mom used to be like, I raised you better than that. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
you did, but
God.
I just made awful choices.
Yeah,
literally.
I raised you better. You know what your last name is?
Yeah, no.
Oh, Jesus.
No, can you remind me? That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Just piss my mom off. No.
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't.
My not to dog on my parents. I love my parents so much. Not even dogging. It's just reflecting. As you get older, that's what you do.
Yeah.
My parents would definitely. They did everything they could for me, and sacrifices I'll never understand or I'll never get until I make them myself, and then some I probably won't even ever get. But it would be like specific things that they would do, and then if I didn't say thank you the right way, or if I didn't show them, you know,
the respect
or the appreciation and respect, then they were like, oh, but I did all this, and it's like, hey, I appreciate everything you do for me. I'm literally a child, so I can't do it myself.
Can't do much. Yeah.
And I appreciate it, but don't do it for me if you're gonna hold it over my head.
Yeah.
Slight little rant, but things have, you know, kids are kids. I'm sure I was a holy fucking terror.
Yeah, I feel you. Me too.
So what's your favorite alcohol or your beverage to go to?
I'm definitely question. I like banquet. I liked me some mixed drinks sometimes, but I'm like a Jameson girl. Shout out to Bronson.
Is this a sponsor segment? This
No.
This
is me just.
No.
What do you
Can
mean?
alcohol sponsor you?
I don't know. Probably not a good choice for alcohol to sponsor.
Right.
I don't think I would have. It would be cool to have that big of a company like help me out, but.
Well, if Bud Light's looking for somebody.
No. Yeah, we can change that real quick. No comment.
That would be what they should do. I mean, bringing on Miss Texas, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, that would be actually no comment.
Well, okay, let's see. So we got the horse's parents. Just how are you? How have you been as a person? Just
Work.
running, going,
Work.
juggling this new thing. How's the?
Like my life is work. My life is like my work, my boyfriend, and the pageant. Like, I don't really do anything. Like, before I got with my boyfriend, like, life was completely different. Like, priorities change when you're in a relationship. And, like, I still love dancing. Like, I'd go out every Thursday. Like, we'd go out every Friday. We'd go out every Saturday. Like, stuff like that. And, like, I don't know, it gets old. Like, that lifestyle was so old. And, like, honestly, like, figuring out that, like, the pageant was something I wanted to do, like, completely changed my priorities. Like, I was going here, and then I was like, vroom, this way. And then it was like, vroom, this way. And things just, like, completely, like, changed.
Yeah. And it's not something you can predict either, so you're just kind of, like, there for the ride, trying to soak it up while you can.
Yep.
Sorry, I have dogs out there, by the way.
Oh,
That's
no,
why.
you're good.
Because I know every we hear scratches, it's like, what the fuck is up with this building?
I figured.
So going through your Instagram, you said that you go, hobbies. You like to swing dance and play the guitar.
Yes.
Have those kind of started taking the back burner just a little bit?
Yeah. I love to dance, but like most of dancing like requires being in like a bar or like a club, and like I don't really enjoy doing that anymore. One, because of my title, I don't think that that's appropriate to represent at all when I'm, like at
a role
in that
model, model
like
thing,
like seriously, and then like. I don't know. I love dancing. Like, I went to the Carson Jeffrey concert the other night, and like, that would be a situation you could dance and not be at the bar.
Yeah.
But like guitar and stuff like that, like that's just kind of like a little side thing for me. I love playing guitar, but like sometimes I'm like ADHD. Like I'll like play guitar for 20 minutes, and then I'm like, okay, what was I doing? And like, oh wait, I'm gonna play guitar. Yeah. So
did you? Was that a thing you did while you were a kid that kind of, or was it something you recently picked up?
I picked it up probably when I was like 16. My mom got me a guitar for my birthday, and I begged her for a guitar for like 3 years.
That's
I was
awesome.
like, I want an acoustic, because I grew up playing ukulele. And I was like, I want to get an acoustic so bad. She got me my acoustic, and then I got good at the acoustic, and she actually bought me an electrical, like an electric guitar. So I have an Ibanez, and it's this purple, it's this like bright purple and like zebra stripe. It's not zebra stripe, but it's like the wood looks like zebra stripes, and it like fades into white. So I have that, so I can play the electric too. But yeah, I mean, it would be bad to say I don't even know where my guitars are right now, but I don't even know where there's like somewhere in my garage.
I mean, that's cool regardless.
Yeah.
In kind of even throwing it back even further, your childhood, you said, referring to school, you weren't really big in school, so like what was your childhood like? Like,
I mean, honestly, like, okay, first off, I was horribly bullied through all of school, like, and bullying, like, I feel like that's such an overused like word, and like, oh, I was bullied, like, not to invalidate anybody, but like, like everybody goes through it nowadays. But I felt like, I mean, it started for me in like second grade. I had short hair and I had bangs, and I was tall. So instantly, compared to the other second and third graders, like, she looks different. We don't understand that because we're in second and third grade. So we're going to poke fun at her because that's what kids do. Like, you know what I mean? They make fun of things that they don't understand, or,
right.
Little boys will make fun of girls that they think are pretty, or like, you know what I mean? So, I went to private school my entire life, like until high school. And, actually halfway through my 8th grade year, I ended up switching schools because me and this kid actually that was the reason I ended up switching schools, or actually became really close friends in high school, which was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
I mean, this kid, I would wish I could name drop so bad. This kid.
Well, I could bleep it.
Yeah.
It's not.
Bleep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to.
You're like, all right. Oh, went for it. Hell yeah. Called him out.
Yeah, no. He like, dude, I mean, okay. I remember this so specifically. I walked in to 8th grade biology class. And I'm walking into class. I'm fixing to sit down. And he looks up at me. And he goes, Hillary Clinton. And I was like, huh? Who are you? What are you saying? Like, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, and I was like, didn't understand. And he was like, I was like, why are you calling me Hillary Clinton? And he goes, because nobody effing likes you. And I was like, see, now it's funny. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was like,
just out of pocket, you were just sitting
nothing.
down.
I literally walked into class. I'd been on school campus for like 20 minutes. First thing in the morning, bam. I was like, okay.
It's going to be a good day.
Okay, so that's the start of my day. Yeah. And from there on out, they just ran with things. I mean, not gonna lie, like, it got so bad. Like, they were, another thing, like, again, I talk a lot, so stop me if you need.
That's perfect.
My, one of my good friends at the time, who unfortunately I refused to associate with due to the situation, there was a group chat with these boys that were bullying me. And the guy that I named sent a picture of a noose to the group chat, like a noose.
Okay.
And was like, my birthday was coming up, and he said we should get this for Beth for her birthday. And so, in all seriousness, I wasn't even in the group chat. He just like genuinely was talking about like, let's get her a noose. You know what I mean? Like, just being stupid, being zero brain cells.
And you're at Aubrey now?
Yeah. What?
And you're at Aubrey now?
No, this was in 8th grade.
Okay, so, okay.
Yeah, it's called Heights Christian.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so.
Oh, this is why you left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was just trying
yeah.
to get the.
Sorry, I ramble.
No, you're good.
But yeah, so he sent this picture into a group chat, and I didn't know about it until like a week later, and my friend was in this group chat with the boys, the only girl in this group chat with the boys. First red flag. No comment. And she goes, hey, I have something to tell you. And I was like, what's going on? Like, what could possibly get any worse? Like, these guys are just like ridiculing me at school. None of my teachers are doing anything because unfortunately that's how private school works. And she showed me the group chat, and I was like, cool. First off, screw you, because you're my best friend since kindergarten, and you're going to sit there and interact within the group chat and not stick up for me. Right. I would never do that to another girl, ever. You know what I mean? And like,
especially with what they were saying.
Yeah, and I told my mom, and my mom's Mama Bear. We've always called my mom Mama Bear. She freaked out. She showed up to my school. She walked up to my principal. She showed up to my 8th grade teacher. She said, I'm pulling Beth out of this school. Screw you, and screw you, because she's been telling you about this for months, and none of you guys have done anything.
Yes. And
the boys never even had any sort of consequence except for my 8th grade teacher. Like, they did an assembly about bullying, and, they called the boys out, supposedly. And long story short, he tries to befriend me. I'm walking down the hallway freshman year. It's like my second day of school, freshman year. I'm walking down the hallway, and I see, what's his name? We'll call him Bobby. I see Bobby. And Bobby looks up at me. He gives me the most genuine smile, and he waves at me. I was like, hell no. Mm-hmm. Like, what the heck? And, like, he walks up to me in, like, 3rd period. We had a class together, and he was like, hey, like, he's trying to cut up. He's like, how are you? I was like, why are you talking to me? Mm-hmm. Like, what you did. You bullied me from 3rd grade all the way until 8th grade, where I had to leave my school because of you. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And, like, he actually ended up apologizing to me, and I was like, I forgive you, but I will never forget what you did. Yeah. Because you have completely shaped me into the person that I am today. So I guess I can say thank you.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, do you think that, not to get, like, super, I wasn't serious or, like, very into who you are, like, do you think that bullying and the stuff that happened kind of translated over? Like, 100%. Do you think there is a connection here?
100%.
Okay.
I mean, like, I have learned, like, long story short, like, I will forever stick up for myself. I will forever stick up for other people. And 3, I have learned that I simply do not care what you think. Mm-hmm. Like, I definitely value how I represent myself and how I present myself, not to be, like, disrespectful and, I don't care what you think, but it's like, I just don't care. Like, you don't pay my bills. You don't put the food on my plate. You don't clothe me. So at the end of the day, your opinion of me, besides the pageant world, means nothing to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that helped me 100%. Again, not to get super deep, but it's like, yeah, like I could say thank you to this dude because like, I mean, I can stick up for myself now. I don't give a rat's butt what you say to me and about me. Like,
right, yeah.
if you don't like me, that's
which is
not
a huge
my problem.
thing to be able to like, because I could very easily see. I mean, there, like you said, there might have been girls out there just getting crushed.
Yeah.
Just their whole identity is married to this thing, right?
Yeah.
But you're you. Ain't nobody got you like you.
Amen.
So this, just like, I kind of wanted to lead in. I had a cheesy thing. I think I said it earlier, like, you know, Miss Texas, blah, blah, blah. But who are you, you know, behind the, because that's just glitz, glamour, blah, blah, blah.
Amen.
Well, that's awesome. You know, like, you wouldn't choose that again.
Yeah,
But
no.
you're glad you went through it.
100%.
So it's one of those things that, like, you know, time will heal. And that's so cringy, like, but it really, the more memory and distance you put with something, or put in front or behind something, it really doesn't affect you anymore.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're motivating me, because even doing this, like, I'm insecure. Like, I'm
Totally.
trying to figure out what to wear, like, you know, make sure the left side shade, all that, you know. So it's like
Yeah.
refreshing that even you, on your level, you've kind of conquered it. Well, is there a little bit that creeps in a little bit?
Totally. 100%.
Pre pageant nerves?
Yeah. I mean, just in general, like, I'm never, like, I'm 100% confident in myself, but, like, there's always self-doubt. Like, self-doubt will never leave. That's human nature. Like, felt like that's what we are. Like, we're always going to doubt ourselves. We're human. You know what I mean? And, like, sometimes there are times when I'm, like, I overthink situations and I'm, like, you know, again, I doubt myself. But,
Mhm.
again, I'm also just, like, you know.
Yeah.
I'd like to say I conquered it, but I definitely don't have it as figured out as I present. But, like, deep down, I know who I am. You know what I mean? And that's, like, what matters the most is, like,
Right.
who do you say you are? Because that's what, like I said, that's what matters.
Mhm.
So.
Because nobody's looking in that mirror but you at
Yep.
night. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I, just from, you know, what you've been saying, you sound like a very hard worker. And what comes along with that is that confidence, right? Like, that confidence, some people it's placed in stupid, like, it just arrogance, right? Confidence, arrogance. But also you do the work to have that confidence. Do you think that kind of gives you a leg up? Like, if you didn't kind of go so hard, maybe you wouldn't, you'd be less confident in yourself?
I think so. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, confidence is all about faking it. Seriously.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's something I've, again, learned as just being a girl. Like, you know, social media and society, what they say we should be and all this kind of stuff. But it's like, you have to fake your confidence until you figure it out. Like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? And it's like, that takes a lot of work within itself, because it's like, it's hard to, like, not care what people think, but, like, you know, you fake it till you make it, and then you make it, and it's like the rest just follows. So.
And what's interesting is that that's something everybody deals with. Yet there's no tailored, like, there's no specific answer.
Yeah.
Because everybody's just a little bit different upstairs.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's such a common, we're all humans, we all get anxious, blah, blah, blah. But the way, what you use to, like, as a vice, or what you use to control it, like, there's different ways people, you know, go through these things.
Yeah.
And I think that you're definitely a role model for these young chicks.
Aw.
You know, do you feel like that?
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
Young girls, not chicks.
Yeah,
Sorry, that sounded
chicks.
douchey. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I would say for the most part. You know, what you present on social media is definitely different than nobody's life looks like what it does on social media. 100%.
Right.
But, you know, I would say I am. You know, I'm working on getting there is what I should say. So.
Going back to your boyfriend.
My boyfriend.
Is it strategic to not post him on your Instagram?
We actually just don't have that many good photos together. So I made him an Instagram reel because I hate the not posting thing. I made him an Instagram reel. So, like, when you open up my Instagram, it has, like, the double L, and, like, that's us right here.
Oh, your little highlights?
Yes. Yeah, he's, like, in my highlights. So I have, like, all those photos of us.
Oh, okay.
But, like, I just don't have good photos with him. Like, we went golfing last weekend, and I was like, I need good photos of us, like, to post on my Instagram, and we took them, and we both hated them, and, like, you know, so it's not strategic. I post them on my story more than anything. Like, We just don't have a good enough photo yet.
Well, and like screw everyone else. You know, like that's your person. You know,
Yeah.
if y'all are good in person, that's the thing is that just like you said, social media, it's just your highlight reel, man. Like it's just the good, what you want
It's a
people
good way
to
to
see.
put it. I like that. Just your highlight reel.
And you know, so many relationships.
Work group chat. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I do have to tinkle, but let's remember this time your boyfriend. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I'll be right back.
And we're back, coming to you live from Trenton in the Tramps. That was
Fuck yeah.
good.
That was really good. We need. So we'll get to your boyfriend. We need like an intro clip.
Okay.
Like, what's something crazy that you think they would get the
Attention?
people's attention? Like coming from you. First 10 seconds.
Oh God.
Maybe about just say like you pooped your pants on stage.
That's awful.
You did, well, like when they get 2 hours into it, they know that it won't be real.
Yeah. Fudge. I don't know.
What's something? Just say that.
Crazy. I don't
Are you
know.
allowed to say that?
Probably shouldn't.
Okay, yeah.
Gotta be a lady, as my mom.
Oh
would
yeah,
say.
yeah.
I'm a
Right.
lady.
I'm trying to. We'll figure it out. We'll get to it.
We should like fake fight.
Fake fight?
Yeah,
oh,
like disagree.
Like a mad thing.
Like just like, dude, clickbait. Come on, dude.
Oh my God,
Figure
yes,
it out.
yes,
Come
yes,
on.
yes.
Yeah, we'll just like totally disagree on something.
Wow, yes.
You said wow, wow, wow.
Oh my gosh, this is so fun. Wow.
Yeah, we could just like totally disagree.
You're good at this shit. Okay, what could we be mad at? Like
I don't know. Let's just like.
maybe I just say something. No, because then.
Yeah, we have to like disagree. Like something just like that can be like.
See, the stuff that you can't speak about is what we could disagree on things.
Yeah,
right?
or I could just be like, no, like that's stupid. Like you're stupid. Like I could just be like a total. No,
Yeah.
I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't.
No. I'll
Yeah.
be like, thank you for coming on, and you just be like, yeah, I miss Texas. Like,
Yeah.
glad it's nasty here. Not to mention the bed wrinkles
Yeah.
or like whatever.
Freaking Kenzie and
Yeah.
the bed wrinkles. She's so
Are they
funny.
bad?
Dude, no, I'm not
you.
even. Kenzie kills me. She's so bougie. I love her. Yeah, she's cray cray. I love. Shout out Kenzie.
We've been hanging out. We knew each other a couple. You know, we hung out a couple times in high school, and then the last 2 weeks we've hung out like 8 times.
Yeah. No way.
Yeah.
I love Kenzie. She's cray cray.
She's
Yeah.
an animal.
Yeah, she's cray cray.
Okay, so how
How are we doing this? I don't know. I don't know. You need like clickbait. That's what it is.
Okay. Yeah. God, I'm not good at being. See, I try so hard to come across as authentic.
Yeah.
That now this fake shit, like I'm not. Let's see.
That's the game of social media. It's clickbait. Sucks, but it's true.
Oh, I don't know what to say. You're
Shoot, I
gonna
don't
have to take
either.
over.
I don't either.
Just go in on. Just say like it's a waste of time and get up and like storm out.
Yeah.
And just be like,
Just
I'm done.
I'm done.
No, maybe let me ask like a touchy question maybe, but
I was
like
like-
that's not that touchy.
Grab
And just be
my
like, yeah.
You'd be like, yeah, this is enough. I think I've had enough.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No, I can do this. Okay.
Okay. Now, but we got to figure out the question. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Hold on.
Oh. I was ready. I was going in. I was grabbing it.
I know you like had your hat down. I'm like trying not to giggle. Okay.
Okay. So, would people like? Do you feel categorized? Like, do you feel like a dumb blonde?
You invite
What-
me onto your show.
Was that?
You asked me. This is probably like the 5th inappropriate question I've heard from you. So I think our time is done. So don't watch Trenton the Tramps. I'll tell you that much. And by the way, you're clearly Canadian. Sucked. Okay?
I'm sorry.
So we're done.
That was so good.
Was it? Okay, cool.
Dude, that'll be the intro.
Yeah.
I'm nervous over here already because that felt too real. Like I was like, now your boyfriend.
Not my boyfriend.
Now your boyfriend.
My
The
boyfriend.
BF.
The BF.
How long have you all been
for lifer.
together?
Not long, actually.
Forever? You engaged?
No.
Oh.
No, not long. We haven't been together long. Yeah. Oh, I can go in.
Go for
that
it.
relationship. No, I was in. Ooh. Yeah, we haven't been together long. We're going on 4 months, so it hasn't been long.
Here's the thing, right?
Okay.
Talk about as long as,
Okay.
because these people they'll watch. This is just
Going ham.
air it out. This is
Yeah.
kind of like a form of therapy.
Yeah, amen. Yeah, no, I was in not going to talk too much about it. I was in a long-term relationship for almost 3 years. No, 2 years, 2.5 years. That ended sometime last year. We lived together. We were pretty serious. I don't want him to see this, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But
Okay.
yeah, we lived together. We were pretty serious. That just was like no-go. The Lord was like, you're, like, he gave me, like, not to get all religious, but, like, there were so many signs and so many, like, chances where the universe and God was just like, get out. Like, you're like, I felt like there was a point when the universe was just, like, shaking its head at me.
Yeah.
It was like, dude, you're stupid. Like, figure it out. Like, figure it out before it's too late. And then it became too late. And I was like, out.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave myself some time, and I was like, yeah, maybe I should figure myself out. And then I met Lane, and then from there I was like, it just feels right. Like, he's just like, I have never met somebody like that keeps it as real. And like, when I say like keeps it real, like, I mean, like, it's just like them. Like, they're not this front. They're not trying to be anything else. Like, he is him in like the full form. You know what I mean? Like, he's not a bullshitter, pardon my French, but like, I don't know. Try not to touch too much on the X, but like.
Well, I'm sure that's refreshing.
Well, it is for sure. Like, it's crazy. Like, they say that, your first relationship after something as, what I had gone through in my last relationship is the hardest. And it's true, because like, there are times like, and this is a product of myself for sure. There are times when I'm like, I question or I second guess things, or I second guess my own judgment, which is the scariest thing. Like, not being able to trust your own judgment because of what I went through in my last relationship was horrifying at first. I was like, I don't even know if I could trust myself. Like, how do I trust someone else? Like I said, not being able to trust your own judgment. Like, who even, like, you have no moral code if you can't trust your own judgment. You know what I mean? So
because you made that decision once.
Yeah.
Right? And you're like freaking out trying to make the opposite decision to protect yourself.
Yeah, and it's like, we're young, and like, people will act one way for a certain amount of time, and then the mask comes off, and it's just like end game.
That's so crazy.
It is crazy. Dating in this day and age, it's not even dating anymore. It's like, you talk, you catch feelings, you sleep together, and then
you're strangers.
Yeah, and then it's 100%.
And then you're hiding my podcast from your significant other.
Yeah, ex-significant other.
Ex-significant other.
Yeah.
Well, I meant like my exes, I'm sure they watch, so that's always weird.
Yeah, to know that for sure. Well, and what's crazy is like, my ex-boyfriend and my boyfriend now are in the same, they both rodeo. So like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I know them, that's awkward. And it's like, I don't ever have any fear within my relationship now, or doubts about my past relationship with my person now, if that makes sense. Because like, Lane is like, he's just a good dude. Like, I don't have to worry about anything with him, and I don't have to like worry about anything from my past relationship affecting my new relationship. But it's like, like, it's like being in high school and dating and seeing your ex in the hallway. It's like, oh my God.
Torture.
It's like, you at the end of the day, you don't give a rat's ass. But pardon my French, you don't give a rat's ass, but it's also like, well, I mean, it's awkward. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's history there.
Yeah, and like you said, I just like strangers. I don't want to ever know it. I'm not going to get too deep, but you get my point. Like, it's just like, it's crazy. I mean, I even look at my relationships from when I was like 17, 18, and I'm like, I don't even know who you are anymore, and I'm not mad about it, which is like crazy to think about. You get to know somebody, dating young, and getting serious with somebody when you're young, like 16, 17, 18. That's a version of you that is completely different than who we are now.
It's here and it's gone.
Yeah, and it's gone. And it's like, I'm thinking like, when I'm 30 and I'm looking back on my 16, 17, 18 relationship time, I'm like, I don't know where you are. I don't know who you are. I don't want to know where you are. I don't want to,
right.
You know what I mean? No animosity though. I definitely don't have any animosity or like hard feelings for anybody. Like, because what's the point? They always say like holding a grudge is like, drinking poison and expecting it to affect someone else, and it's true. Like,
exactly.
You know
That's
what I mean?
beautiful.
Oh, well, it's true. Like, I mean,
that's 100% true.
Yeah, no, it's like, why would you hold on to that? What does it do for you? What does it do for them? Like, nothing. Like, you get nothing out of it, but you're wasting your own emotional energy.
Stuck.
Yeah, exactly.
You're stuck in that hate.
Yeah, and it's like, why would you waste your emotional energy on something that, like, has no meaning in your life anymore? You know what I mean? 100%. So.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. I've kind of been going through the same thing. Like, because there was some stuff going on, a lot of bad stuff with a couple of previous people I've been with. And, years have gone by since the stuff has happened. And it's like, I don't even recognize the guy from 2 years ago.
Yep.
Let alone 4. And it's like, they're probably different people. And it's like, why am I still holding on to this hate and this grief and this blah, blah, blah? It's just like, I had to make it a point in myself. They'll never know. I mean, unless they watch. I've forgiven them.
Yeah.
I realized we were 19-year-old kids.
Yeah.
They were even 18, so it's like, nothing was. I don't like falling into the stereotype of like men don't develop until they're 24 or whatever, but it's true. Like, you have to go through all that BS, all those lessons, to be able to look back and realize, okay, those are building blocks.
Yes.
And it's like, where are you right now?
Yeah.
What are you going to be looking at? So,
well, like,
yeah,
we change so, like, in this age especially, like, from who you are when you are freshly 18 to who you are when you're 21, 22, 23, you change. We're changing every year. Like, life is moving so fast. We're figuring out what we want to do. You have those points in your life where it's like there's a lull. I'm not being productive. I don't feel like I'm getting anywhere in life. I don't feel like I'm going anywhere.
Stuff.
Yeah. And then it's like, one day it just all works out. It's crazy. It just clicks for you one day. I'm serious.
Yes. Yeah. Just like that. Like, whenever I interviewed my sister in my parents' house in my room that I was living with when I lived with my parents at 23, never thought I'd be sitting here at a studio talking to you.
Yeah.
It's just like you put in that work and it'll work out, you know? But it's taking that bet on yourself. That's the hard part, because everybody's like, no, get a stable job, get this education, blah, blah, blah. And it's like,
everybody's road looks so different. They always, like, I was always taught, like, if you don't see a path, make one.
Yeah.
If there's no path to, it's true.
Dude, you are in the right beat to, like, teach people to choose the right path and do what you got it down.
Well, I mean, it's true. Like, I mean, I'm sad to say, I'm embarrassed to say I didn't go to college, but I also know for my own head, that just was not my path, and that's okay. And only I know that, and only I can, take from that what I want to take from that, and this, that, and the other. But it's like I said, like, nobody knows what they want to do. I mean, you'll figure it out. And honestly, I like to say, like, nobody has it figured out. Like, we at this age, like, always put so much pressure on ourselves. Like, I need to know what I'm doing. I need to know where I'm going. I need to know who I'm going to be with. I need to know my career choice. I need to have the best car I can get right now, like, the best, like, you know what I mean? But it's like, people will be like, oh, one day you're going to have a house and the money will be stable. Money's never stable. Life is never stable. The more you learn to embrace the change and realize that life is never going to be how you want it to be and just accept it for what it is, like, you will be good. Like, where you are in life right now is where you are meant to be.
Yeah.
Or you wouldn't be there. Like, that's all it is.
That's a great view.
Yeah, 100%. It's true. Like, because, I mean, I've been in some places and it's like, I've been in places where I'm like, man, like, I messed up, or like, this is not where I want to be, or I don't have the job I want, or I don't have the car I want, or I don't have the things I want, and I don't have the stability that I want. But it's like, dude, you just accept it for what it is right now, and the rest will figure itself out. So that's my advice to the people.
Well, that's
embrace the change.
Really good advice. Yeah, embrace the change, because I think the biggest lie that we're told is that get a house, get a family, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, this is what you do.
This is what you need to do.
And going back with the changing, it's like when we were growing up, we were figuring out who we were as people, and even now, but also who we are online.
Yeah.
So it's like who you are online isn't who you really are. Like, you can't, there's never going to be that level of transparency where you fully get what the person is. Like, what did you expect? What kind of dude did you think I was?
I don't know. I didn't really have any expectations. You know what I mean? Try to go into things with an open mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought podcasts probably intellectual for the most part.
Well, I'll try a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. To be honest, I didn't really have any expectancies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and just like that, like you would have never I've posted however many things you've seen. You saw the baby horse, it's
Yeah.
like, but even if I was to post a post laying all my heart out, you would never know until you got here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I whenever I talk to my mom now, they don't really understand this. My dad's kind of coming along because he posted a picture or a video of the baby on Facebook, and he got like 2,000 views.
Aw.
And he was like, "Oh, I just sat there and kept refreshing and watching him go up." I was like, "Now you
Now
get
you
it.
get it. Yeah.
Now you get it, Dad." But like, I didn't choose my mom's career field.
Yeah.
My mom chose her career, right? Because that's what she wanted to do.
Yep.
I chose mine because that's what I want to do. You're not going to understand it because you didn't choose it. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't choose to be a radiologist.
Yeah.
You're not choosing to be an online content creator.
Yep.
So you don't see it like I do.
Yeah.
So it's difficult. It's tough. But whenever you kind of have that outlook, it kind of makes things not as bad.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. I mean, like, that's why I said, like, there's so much pressure on us all the time to do things a certain way and, to go to school. I'll say that.
Yeah, education
go to
is not
school.
bad.
Education is important. But it's like, there's that pressure to, okay, you graduate, go to school, you go to school, and then you go to school again maybe, and you figure out what you want to do, you work for the rest of your life, you do this, and then it's like, dude, it'll come. Like, that's like one of the biggest like mistakes you can make within yourself is like putting pressure on yourself. Like, pressure is a good thing. Like, like I do a lot better under pressure, but it's like that negative pressure that like gives you that self-doubt and that anxiety, like how does that age you whatsoever? Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, my parents are old school, very old school.
Mm-hmm.
They are in their 60s, late 60s. And so,
Wow.
so I was raised in a little bit of like a different mindset with them. And so for them, I didn't have as much leniency with the understanding that like college is not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just my opinion. But like, that college is not for everybody. And, that was hard for a while because obviously I want my parents' support. Who at the end of the day doesn't want their parents' support? Hopefully. I don't know where everybody else stands.
Yeah.
But you get the point. So yeah, I don't know. That's my take on that.
I'm right there with you. My dad was the youngest of 5.
Yeah.
And his oldest brother was 17 whenever he was born. So they were all like they're older, traditional, and my mom was the firstborn and a little bit of a crazier family. So it's like whenever we go to dad's, it was like, yes sir, yes
yeah.
ma'am, very religious, you don't cuss, none of this stuff. You get a good job, you get a nice truck, and
Yeah.
you get a girl. Like,
Yeah.
And my mom's side, it was kind of like more crazy military, but my mom was the firstborn of 3 girls. So she had the work ethic and drive and the gritty of the older sister. She was having to take care of her sisters, because her parents were working.
Yeah.
So she had that she's kind of like the light a fire under my ass. Like,
Yeah.
she'll tell me how it is, and sometimes it's like, I didn't ask for advice today, Mom. I just want to talk to you.
I want you to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And not having that understanding, it's kind of tough, but like slowly but surely, I realize like I'm not going to break through. It's a chipping, just
Amen.
one conversation at a time.
Amen.
Because they're just, you come along as, 20 and you're like, oh, this is my view on the world, fresh. These are my takes. And they're like, hey, we've been here, buddy.
Yeah.
And
Amen.
so you think you're going to come switch all up my beliefs and my feathers? It's like, I just want to add a different perspective.
Yep.
And that's all I try to do now, at least. Because now I don't see him a lot, We were all like this.
Yeah.
So it's like, kind of get away, wow. But now it's like, hey, Dad.
Hey, Dad. How you
Guess how
doing?
much I spent at Walmart? Inflation is crazy.
Yeah.
Now we're having
Yeah.
those conversations.
Yeah. That disconnect that happens when you move out and grow up, for sure.
Because as long, it doesn't matter how old you are, if you're 23, 27, if you're under your parents' roof, at least for my parents, they will treat you like a child.
Amen. Yeah, for sure.
Which, like, you can't fault them. My mom, I was going to work, and she was like, let me make your lunch. I haven't made your lunch in years. I was like, okay.
Okay, you can make my lunch, Mom.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
we get there, it's like, oh, your mom made your lunch? It's like, it was more for her.
Yeah.
I like my sandwich.
Yeah, my
What's
mom.
your, go ahead.
My mom packed my lunch for the longest time. I'd be like, shit, I'll take it.
There was this kid named Braven. His mom, he lived like kind of next to the school, and his mom would always bring him lunch. And I was always like, Mom, please. And she was like, I ain't driving up there. What? I ain't got nothing to do. That's wasted gas. You know,
Yeah.
that was my mom.
Yeah.
So, you know, but she would make me like the breakfast burrito and like wrap it in tin foil so it was still warm. You know, so it's like now looking back, I know it was just not enough. You know, I was like, Mom, you got to come up here and eat with me. Like,
Yeah.
But college, do you plan to go at some point?
I plan to get some sort of certification or degree of some sort. I've looked into real estate. I would love to be in real estate. I
You
love
just step right
sales.
into that.
Yeah, I love sales. Sales are my crap. Like I'm like my mom's always said I could sell like a refrigerator to an Eskimo. Like I love sales. I know that I'm very good at like persuasion. You know what I mean? So I'd love to go into real estate, get a real estate license at some point. But I would love to just be young for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I just want to like. And I hate to sound like I'm like not motivated. I am motivated within my job now, but it's like I just don't want to like. I just want to live right now. Like I want to do what I need to do. I want to make as much money as I can, but I also am not ready to like step into a career where I'm immediately go from my 20s to like 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Which is fair. I mean, you just started your 20s.
Yeah. So that's my point. It's like I just want to live my life for right now. Like I want to make money. I want to be able to provide for myself and do what I need to do. Are
there people in your ear kind of like being like, hey, you're like kind of point you this way, you're pointing you this way? How do you deal with that?
I've been told a lot of different things. Like, obviously my parents would love for me to go to school. My parents have been like, we'll literally pay for your rent and your car if you go to school.
Jesus
Great.
Christ.
Awesome. Yeah. That would be great. But I also am like, that's just not what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, it's just about like sticking to what I want to do. And, I still don't know 100% what the next like 5 years are going to look like. But again, I'm just like, stick to what I believe in now and, just keep on keeping on.
Yeah.
So.
Because I'm sure once you get, the crown, people just start throwing stuff at you left and right, like, and weeding through the grass probably is like something you didn't expect. Yeah, what are some unexpected things that you weren't prepared for becoming Miss Texas?
The people from 2nd and 3rd grade that have blown up my phone.
Oh, wow.
I'm like people from and again, it's not that high of like caliber, like not to be like, I'm so humble, but it's like, it's not just a crown, it's more than that. But it's like, there's life outside of it, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But I mean, the people that have come out of the woodworks that I'm like, I don't even, like, how did we meet?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you texting me? Or like, I said like, I mean, again, in a relationship, I feel like I posted enough on my social media and, I do need to post something on my feed. But, like the men that like creepy crawly, like, you know what I mean? I'm just
always
like,
lurking.
Bro, like, I mean, I expected it, but I also was like, why are you texting me? Like, you tried to sell me drugs in high school. Like, I'm just, like, not interested or, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So that's definitely been the biggest thing. I'm like, you wouldn't, like, talk to me if I didn't have, like, some sort of title. So, like, why are you coming at me now? You know what I mean?
That's gross.
It is gross. I'm like...
Yeah.
I don't care. I try to keep my circle small for the most part. Like, if I allow you to come into my circle, and I don't mean to be like my circle, but like if I allow you,
well, you have boundaries.
Yeah. If I allow myself, I should say, to invest emotional energy into you, that's great because I don't do that very much. You know what I mean? Like, I invest time into people, and I have a lot of friends, but like people that I actually invest time into, which is completely different.
Very
you know
different,
what I mean?
Very different.
Like that's. Few and far in between. Like, I, had this friend for a while who was, because friends can become emotionally draining if you don't have boundaries, who was, always calling me about her problems. And it was like, oh, this is what's happening in my life. No. Okay, bye. And I'm like, man, I'm paying attention, like not paying attention to you, but like I'm investing my emotional energy into you and you're not supporting my growth. So bye. Like, if you're not what is the word? If you're not giving into my growth, then you're giving into my downfall. Like, we should be equal. We should be helping each other out. Like,
grow.
Yeah, and like friendships aren't all about like what do you provide for me? What do you provide?
Yeah.
But it's still like, I don't have time for that, and you don't have time for that. Like, we've got stuff to figure out, stuff to do, places to go, people to meet. What is it? Babies to shake and hands to kiss. Like,
I'm right there with you because I told that line too of like I want to talk to you because I think you're interesting. I didn't want to talk to you because you're Miss Texas.
Yeah.
Well, I saw you pop up on my story,
Mm-hmm.
and you had something on your. I was like, who is this?
Yeah.
And I click it, and I'm like, what are you doing watching my stuff? Like, how did that happen? And so then I was like, well, but yeah, I mean, I know you. Whenever you say things like, the having boundaries, you do the I don't think you should apologize for that. Like, I know that there's like people who, those are the people who don't have boundaries.
Yeah.
That make fun of you for having boundaries because they're
sure.
uncomfortable with the amount of self-respect that you have because they don't have that, right? They
Yeah.
don't want to look in the mirror and tell themselves no, right?
Yeah.
They want to drink that Dr. Pepper. They want to not go to the gym, not get up at this time.
Yeah.
And, there's a niche, but it's just in their life, those are the things that they don't do, right?
Yeah.
So then when you come along motivated, goal-orientated, got stuff going for you, they're like, hey, slow down, just
Yeah.
like, hey. And you're like, no, like, this is worry about my problems. You're whatever, worry about my issues. And then the most disrespectful thing is whenever they talk to you about their issues and then go do it. Or like,
Oh my God.
call you after, you'll never believe what I
Kenzie
just
Spalding.
did. Yeah.
Kenzie
Yeah.
Spalding.
Yes.
Kenzie Spalding. She's changed. That girl's come a long way. But Kenzie freaking Spalding. She knows it too. She'll always admit it. She'd be like, she told me on the phone one day, she's like, bro, I hear you and I soak in what you're saying, but I'm still going to do what I want to do.
Yep.
I'm like, you know what? Love you anyways.
We'll talk for hours.
Yeah.
And then when she leaves, I'm like, good luck.
Good luck. I'm just gonna be like, yeah. No, yeah, that's my girl. But no. Yeah, no, I hate that shit though. I'm like, why do you ask me for my advice and my opinion if you're not gonna
Listen, yeah.
But like, who listens nowadays? Nobody. Everybody's hard learners in our generation. That's what it is. We all gotta learn the hard way.
Right.
So, welcome back to the Bethany Show. Trent's gone. He's no longer with us. This is all about me. All about me. I took him to the train station, and that's all I've got to say. Tune in next week. Oh, and he's back. Just kidding.
Oh, yeah, I'm right here. Guys, I'm right here. She didn't kill me.
Oh, dang it.
Wouldn't that be a turn of events? You come to this abandoned building, and you kill me.
And I kill you. Y'all better start being careful. Y'all men are crazy. Some of y'all just, like, invite girls over to your house. Like, what if we robbed you? Like, what? I think about that all the time. We're crazy.
It goes both ways.
It does go both ways.
Because whenever I was in school in Oklahoma City, I was using Tinder.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know who's coming to pick me up.
Yeah. Could be a man. And just show up and have a girl. Yeah.
Chop me up.
Yep.
Sell me.
Ugh. Ooh.
You ever worry about that shit?
Yeah. I don't even want to friggin'.
I hate that stuff.
I hate it. I hate that stuff. That stuff is like,
It's scary.
it gives me the heebies.
But it's sad
And it's real.
that this is the life that we have now. You know what I mean? Like, this is, like, whenever I go to Walmart, I gotta worry about shit like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know all about that. But seriously, like, I keep as clean and safe as I can. Obviously it's hard to do that sometimes, but, like, I'm extremely cautious. I mean, you have to be. Especially, I'm blonde. I'm a girl. I'm young. People are weird. People are creepy. I've seen that firsthand on social media. People are cray cray.
Do you carry, like, protection?
Yeah.
Pew-pews? Are you
No
pew-pew
comment.
certified?
No
Oh, okay.
comment.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Okay.
No comment.
I mean, hey, you're from Texas. Like, you're...
Well, I just, like, you have to be as a girl. Like, I mean, I keep pepper spray on my keys. Like, I don't even know where my keys are. That's convenient.
Where are your keys?
I don't know. They're probably up there.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you came in, you put them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, even having a little sister, like, I'm having to be like, hey, because she just went off. We just took her to college.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, you're in your formative years, you're putting in a lot of work, you're having fun. Just make sure you make it to be able to see the end of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Be safe, be
don't
smart.
end up in a ditch, please.
Yeah, be smart. And a lot of that starts with your actions.
Mhm.
So, I mean, like, and I feel like in our age, it's very easy to be like, I'm invincible, like, nothing can hurt me, and be naive. But it's like, it's not the way
It's
the
like
world
that,
works.
you'll end up in a shipping container.
Yeah, seriously. Not
God,
what,
God,
that's
God,
like
God, God,
grosses
God.
me out even to think about. I mean, it's true though.
So you mentioned the like, you can talk to people, like, the persuade, like, you feel, I remember.
Like sales and stuff like
yeah,
that.
like sales. And having strict parents where maybe you kind of had to, like, go around the bush and learn how to be sneaky. Do you think, because my parents were locked down. If I got a C, I couldn't go out and hang out with my friends. So I had to learn how to be sneaky.
I wasn't even like, they weren't even like sneaky in that way. It was just like I was stupid, so that was like consequences of my actions. And then it's like I mean my dad, I mean I can tell this story because it's funny now, and my dad can joke around about it, but I was like sneaking out of a doggy door in high school. Like, no shame, like my doggy door was boarded up for like 3 years. Yeah. Did
your parents ever like take your door off or anything like that?
No, they never took my door, but they didn't need to take my door. I had other methods for me to not leave the house.
Yeah.
I was just like, again, we can laugh about it now, like me and my family, because we've got a really good relationship now, but it's just funny because I'm like, I snuck out of a doggy door. I snuck out of a doggy door. For what reason? I couldn't tell you. I snuck out of a doggy door.
Probably to go have fun. Maybe a boy. You were young.
I can tell you it was never boy focused. I was more like,
oh, hell
let's
yeah.
get into some shit.
Yeah, let's have some
do
fun.
Something. Like,
that's good. Because I think a lot of attractive women get thrown into the, oh, you're doing it for guys. Oh, you're a model for guys.
No.
And that's just not your motive.
No, I was like, what can I do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, not really. But, like, kind of. Obviously not on the scale, or being a girl. Like, I could never. I'm terrified to have a daughter.
Yeah. Especially now. In our age. In our life.
All right. This is so fucking sad. What's something good? What's something fun, happy?
Did you ever play Club Penguin?
Fuck yeah.
Did you play
and
Pop
Webkins?
Tropica? Webkins was my
Pop Tropica. Whoa.
Wait, you played Pop Tropica?
Whoa.
Pop Tropica was my jam.
I love Pop Tropica.
Pop Tropica. My mom banned Pop Tropica from my
So
house because
did
I
mine.
played it so much.
It slowed down our computer so
much. So bad.
You're
Pop
like, it's a
Tropica
virus. I was like, I gotta get there. I like the one where it was like the spy one.
That was my favorite one. I loved Pop Tropica.
Dude, and now there's so many islands.
I know, and you can like my mom used to get mad because like I would make my character flip, and then like I was stupid and I'd like run around my house trying to like be a Pop Tropica character, and my mom would be like, it's promoting negative connectivity, and I don't like how you act after you play Pop Tropica.
After you play Pop Tropica?
Dude, I wasn't allowed to watch iCarly. Like, now you can ask my boyfriend, like, if I'm alone, like, iCarly's on my TV. Wasn't allowed to watch, like, Wizards of Waverly Place because we were super religious. Yeah, like, Wizards, anything of that stature, I was not allowed to, like, no.
The Wizards that was a big thing. Not really for me. My mom kind of, like, side glanced it, but then was like, it's a fucking kid's show about wizards. But I definitely had other parents of my friends be like, no, like, it's dark magic.
Yeah.
Playing with the devil. I'm like, guys, it's just Alex Russo.
I was gonna say
like,
it's just Miss Selena Gomez. Let me live my life. And Jake T. Austin was like my childhood crush.
I've talked to him.
Have you really?
He's watched one. So before I did podcasts, I did vlogs. And he had just posted something on Instagram. I was like, go watch my vlog, and he went and watched it.
That's cool.
And was like, dude, it's awesome. But that was like
cool.
years ago.
Yeah, I love him. He was like I had this weird fact. I had this calendar that I won from like some school thing, and there was like, it was a cat calendar, and I named one of the cats on my calendar Jake, and every morning I would say hi to Jake. Weird. I was a weird kid.
That sounds like, did you have posters on your wall and stuff?
Yeah, Justin Bieber posters.
Yeah, JB.
Oh yeah, JB was my man. I had a Justin Bieber Barbie tour bus. I saw him when I was like 8 years old. I was like peeing my pants. I was so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my mom told me, I like freaked out and ran around my house, and Justin Bieber was my man.
He was like JB. The heartthrob. I had the hair, dude. I had everything.
He, in his concerts, used to like get into this like I think it was for Pray, or one of his songs. He would get into this heart, and it like goes above the audience, and he like plays guitar in this heart that like flies. But weirdest thing ever.
Like SpongeBob.
Yeah, literally like SpongeBob. Yeah, and he like sings above the audience in a heart. It's the weirdest, like this floating heart. Yeah, and he just like.
Of course he's a heart. It's Justin
Bieber. Oh, love him. Love Justin Bieber.
What's his middle name?
Oh, couldn't tell you. Do you know? Do you know Justin Bieber's middle name?
Drew.
Justin
It's his
Drew
whole
Bieber.
clothing
Okay,
company.
I should know that. I don't know. I'm not good with modern Justin Bieber. I'm like
That's what I was gonna ask.
like OG like
Baby.
his Christmas album.
Oh,
and like,
Mistletoe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was
It's
my
the
thing
most-
when his voice first changed and I heard that song, like his Christmas album. I was like, oh my gosh, Justin Bieber. Like.
He's a man now.
Yeah. Oh,
Boyfriend
yeah.
was a banger, dude.
Boyfriend, I could still rap Boyfriend.
Oh,
And like
100%.
the what's that song with what's his name from Karate Kid?
Never Say Never?
Never Say Never. Dude, I could rap Never Say
That
Never
gets
in
me
my
pumped.
sleep.
You know what?
Never.
Dude, that gets me
Never Say
pumped to
Never.
like
That's
go
my
run
song.
a mile.
Yeah, I love that song.
Pick it up. Yeah,
Never
yeah.
Say Never.
So like your favorite all-time artist, what do you got?
Great question. I don't know. Definitely listen to a lot of.
Oh my god.
This is my song. Oh, I
Dude,
love this song. This song.
I remember
dance.
watching the movie.
Yeah, and or the music video, and
Yeah.
he's like. Oh yeah.
Copyright. Gotta turn
Yeah.
that off. But man, that does throw it. It's just, songs are a great tunnel of memories.
Oh yeah, seriously, 100%. But no, that was my jam. I loved that song.
I had the hair, I had the whole thing. I might even have this picture on my Instagram. Yeah, we got a little while left. Those social crushes, right? They were like the first, we were the first wave of like mega fan bases. Like,
oh yeah, like Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, like. People want to be like, I'm a T Swiftie. I'm like, no, listen, I was a Taylor Swift fan when like Taylor Swift was like 15. Like,
yeah,
Taylor Swift was my jam at the time.
I remember seeing her in the mall.
Really?
And I was like 9, and she was playing. It was at the Grapevine Mills Mall.
Okay.
And I remember just seeing her, and that's kind of TMI. That's when I knew I liked girls.
Yeah. That was me
seeing
with
her.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
I seen Justin Bieber and I was like, what?
Like, whoa, he can flip his hair
like,
like that.
what the heck? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I love JB. The new stuff, it's hard because you see what fame does to people.
Amen. Shut up.
Dude, I had the flow.
Dude, you had the Justin. You were like even like stooping down into like the.
You want to see something even worse?
Do I? Stop.
Yeah. You thought you were a JB fan.
You were a JB fan. JB.
Always hanging with you, Beebs.
Yeah.
Young and old in 2012.
That was the time, the Instagram time.
Yeah, when the hair went up and he started getting the tats.
And then he wore like that white puffer and he like wore the
Yes.
purple and like the black. Yeah. Oh, purple was my color.
Yeah.
I was like, Justin Bieber likes purple. I like purple.
I like purple.
Purple's my jam. Yeah.
And think about it, he was a fucking kid with us.
Yeah, I know.
Or younger than us.
Yeah, he was way
How
younger
old
than
is
us.
he?
I don't know. I think he's like, I don't know.
Hey Siri, how old is Justin Bieber? He's like 27, right?
I think so.
He's 29.
No way. I remember when he was 16. There's no way. What the heck?
It is Wikipedia. Well, pet peeves. What's some pet peeves? of
Being
Miss
interrupted.
Texas?
Sorry, not to interrupt you.
Fuck.
Not to interrupt you. I hate being interrupted. Let me tell you a story. Okay? I'm here to tell
Have I
a story.
been good so far?
What?
Uninterrupted?
Oh, see, but you don't get on my nerves.
Okay, good.
Like, there's this girl. I wish.
Oh, tell me about it.
No, I am not normally a hater, but when I'm a hater, I'm a hater. And hate is a strong word. When I'm a disliker, I'm a disliker. Okay. This girl. Shit. You know what? It's okay. This girl, we have history through my past boyfriend. Long story short, I can normally tell right out the gate if I don't like you. I can be around you for 5 minutes, and I can get along with everybody. Like, I don't have a problem getting along with people. Like, I just, like, don't. It's not that deep. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just knew. I was like, fuck, I don't like this girl. I don't like her. She's annoying. That was my first thing I noticed about her. She's annoying. Okay? Have to communicate with her due to the relationship with my ex-boyfriend and his friend. I'm getting a little specific here, but besides the point. She was a serial interrupter. And she would cut me off. I would be like talking like, no. I'd be like, bruh. And at first I was nice. Now, one day, we're moving my stuff, moving apartments. She's helping me. I've got some people helping me, whatever. She was just there because of the relationship that she had with this person. And, I'm like driving this truck. I've got her next to me. I've got some people in the back seat. We're moving my bed, okay? And I'm driving. And she cuts me off for probably like the 12th time in this 30-minute car ride. I slam on my brakes. I look at her, and I go, do not interrupt me, bro. And everybody in the car went dead silent. And everybody was like, Beth, like, it's okay. I literally went off on her. And I don't go off on people. I mean, I do go off on people. But I was like, I looked at her and I was like, dude, stop interrupting me. I was like, you have not let me get a breath in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I talk a lot, I get it. But, like, this is also the same girl that would call me about her issues and then be like, bye.
So she was looking at you to embellish her life, not be your friend.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, this girl, like, I mean, I hated her so... I didn't hate her, but she just got on my nerves. Like, some people you're just simply not compatible with. And, like, she pissed me off so bad that I was like, I just don't care. Like, stop interrupting me.
Mm-hmm.
Do not interrupt. If somebody interrupts me, I will continue to talk over them until they shut up and let me finish my sentence.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I am.
And then they're like, hey, whoa. And it's
I'm
like,
listen,
you want to know how many times you've done it? It's a build-up.
Yeah, and see, there's a difference between, like, cutting up, like, you and me are, like, talking and, like, you chime in on a conversation versus just, like, blatantly mid-sentence being like, ugh.
Different.
And then I'm like, bro, I don't like you. Like, so pet peeve, being interrupted. Moral of the story. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah, and if y'all were moving stuff, right, you're hot, sweaty, maybe moving, like, furniture, driving, or you're driving a U-Haul?
Yeah, no, I'm just driving my buddy's truck.
Okay. So maybe, a little nerve-wracked already, and then she's just like...
I'm like, bro. And I don't. Like, I snapped. Like, I was like... And I don't do that. Like, I mean, I do, but I don't. Like, I'm not going to just be like, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
But, like, in that moment, I was like, dude, shut up. Like, stop talking. Like, you're annoying. And I get annoyed not easily, but I get annoyed easily enough.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do something to that stature, and I'm just like, you gotta go,
especially
bro.
over and over and over.
And I made it clear that she was pissing me off because I would be talking, she would interrupt me, and then I would continue on my sentence and, like, stare her in the soul, and then, like, she just, like, wouldn't, I don't know what, but she would just, like, disconnect, like, something. Again, I'm gonna be a hater really quick. As my friend Sky would say, I'm gonna talk my shit for a second.
I've been cussing all day over here. Should I have not been?
Oh no, you're fine.
Okay.
I just
she wants to talk her shit.
Yeah, he said it for me. Yeah. Shout out Sky. That's our saying. Sky. Yeah. No.
I gotta keep a list of all these people we're shouting out.
I know. I'm shouting on everybody. No, but I can't stand it. Don't interrupt me. Don't do it. Don't do it. Kenzie knows I get annoyed when someone interrupts me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like fuels a fire in my soul that I didn't know needed to be burned. I'm like,
well, it's good now that you know it.
Yeah, that's like my biggest pet peeve for sure.
Are you a road rager when you drive, or you kind of chill?
Yeah, I'm a road rager. Yeah. I will never, like, chase you down, though. I'm not, like, that type of road rager, but I will definitely lay on my horn and then, like, immediately feel bad about it.
Oh.
Like, yeah, like, I was literally driving here.
Sorry.
It makes me so mad. I was literally driving here, and some girl was, like, I was in the express lane, and the speed limit was 75. She was going maybe 40.
Get out of it.
And I was like, bro, the express lane is where you're supposed to go 110.
Yeah, why are you paying to go slow, dude?
Yeah, and it was pissing me off. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to get annoyed. And then she was like, continued to step on her brakes. I was like, maybe she's older. This person's older. Maybe they're sick. Maybe something's not right. Whatever. And then, oh my gosh. And then, like, the express lane turns into 2 lanes. And I go to get over to get away from her and go around her. And she cuts in front of me. And then I was like,
of course she does.
Honk. And then I drove by her and she looked offended. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Or when you honk at an old person.
That makes me feel terrible for at least a week.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, I hold on to that because then they look at me and I'm like, no. And I always try to look, like I look in the window, I look at whatever. And I'm not a road rager either because you don't know who the hell is in that car.
Amen.
Or you don't know what's in that car.
Yeah.
And, as long as I got these 4 wheels, I can get away.
Yeah.
Because I've had somebody, pull up and pull, and I've just hit the brakes. So then, there's...
Yeah.
But, I don't... There's no need to fight. My biggest thing... I know how to fight. I used to box when I was like 15, trying to get into MMA. I have an MMA fighter coming tomorrow.
That's cool.
So I'm going to try to get, like, in the gym and stuff.
Yeah.
But my biggest advantages are my legs, so I can run.
That's
Get
fine.
away. Like, don't fight. There's no, okay, you're a macho motherfucker. You beat somebody's ass. Okay, what if you punch them, they fall, hit their temple, then they're brain
they're
dead.
dead.
And
Yeah.
you're paying these bills, and it's like, then your life's over. Oh, because you're a macho, and you spill your beer on me, bro?
Yeah, I so get you there, 100%. That's the thing. Like, I tell even like my boyfriend and like his friends, like they've got higher temperaments, and I'm just like, that's so stupid. Like, I mean, it's not stupid. I understand it, but it's also like I don't understand it, because what if you kill that person? Like, you're done. You're gone. Your life's over. You're going to jail for manslaughter. Like, you know what I mean? So I mean,
and it can happen like
that, and you don't even mean to, like, at all. So yeah.
my biggest fear is killing someone accidentally, like the walking in front of the car or all this stuff, because then it is your fault. It doesn't matter if you're going the speed limit, if they did whatever, like you
They're
are
dead.
manslaughter.
Yeah.
Or
You're a murderer.
You're a murderer.
Yeah.
And to have that on your conscience, like where were they going? How important was it? Like, and this goes through my head just because, like, but it really, like, it could just, so I've been to jail. And so being on the other side, you really see, like, other side as in, like, you see how it's guilty until proven innocent. Not
innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% agreed.
And the human body is so, like,
Fragile.
like, yes.
Yeah.
You kill someone like this.
Like that. Yeah.
Going back to skydiving stuff, you
Hell
got
no.
to.
No. One day I'll conquer my fears, but that day is not today.
After,
or any time.
Would you do it? I pitched it to my dad. He was like, I've lived a good life and I've worked a lot. I've got too much on the table,
Yeah.
And I 100% agree. But that feeling, like, that's a feeling you'll never, nothing compares to that, So it's like maybe once in your life, do a tandem. I'm not saying get your, like, license and do this crazy, because the guys that were jumping off the planes were unhooking, walking over to new people, rehooking barefoot, getting on the plane, jumping again.
Heck
like
no.
a doom, doom, doom. I'm like, okay, you're crazy.
Yeah,
and they're
that's just too
barefoot,
much.
shirtless,
Yeah.
like Hawaiian guys.
Yeah.
It's like you're jumping. You were not supposed to be that high off the ground, and you're just gonna jump.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No.
but it was fun.
Yeah.
Well, we are closing in on 1 o'clock.
Good deal.
Again, I appreciate you for coming. Does the National All-American Miss Texas have a final statement for the people at home? This is your, world peace this is my, oh hey. I know you already got one.
I was fixing to say something inappropriate, but I'm fixing to not do that.
Oh, do it.
No, because I can't be in the podcast. I can't do that. All I have to say is
I don't know where you're going with
I
that.
don't know where I was going with
Maybe
it.
I'll bleep it. Just say it like
bleep.
yes. Yeah, that'll be
Bleep.
bleeped, but yes.
Yeah.
Do you want me to cover it with your mouth too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Preferably.
So you heard it here first. I think your work ethic, I think your vision of helping out, especially the younger people, I think that's very respectable. I think that's super cool, because I'm trying to get into the philanthropy. So to see you, like, taking advantage, like, because anyone, you could use that however many different ways, and you're using it for good. So yeah, I just appreciate it, taking the time.
Totally. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you, everybody. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe.
Subscribe. Just do it. Go
Give
follow
it
him
up.
on Instagram. Trenton the Tramps.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yours.
Follow me on Instagram. My personal is Bethany Bowler, and then my pageant page is The Nam Texas North. Boom.
Beautiful.
See y'all next time.
Make sure to check out these other clips from the latest episode. And to make sure you don't miss a new video, make sure to subscribe to the channel.